Okay, so you ready? Kar do?
Hey Ninja Warriors, welcome to yet another power-packed discussion. So we are going to go with the speed solution of shift 1 and shift 2 both together for today's paper. And let me tell you the question paper, if I talk about 4th, 5th, 6th and 8th April till now in April attempt. So question paper are coming exactly similar. The level is exactly similar. We can't say that, okay, this shift is coming tough and this shift is coming easier. More or less, all the papers are balanced. More or less, all the papers are quite similar. So this time I am super duper happy with NTA, at least for mathematics section, I can say that. All right, and we are going to start with today's both the papers, both the shift papers, one by one. Remember that it is a speed solution, right? And for more information, what you can do is you can subscribe to our Telegram channel as well. Link is given in the description box. So if we get more questions, we will update in the Telegram channel. Okay. And for tomorrow as well, if we get any memory based questions, so we are going to update in the Telegram channel. So do stay tuned with our Telegram channel only. Okay. So let us start with the very first question. But before that, I know that some of you, actually, most of you are aiming for JEE Advanced, and the ultimate book for JEE Advanced preparation for physics, chemistry, mathematics is this. Okay, and link is given in the description box. I personally feel that these three books are really good books as per the questions. The question level is absolutely as per your JEE Advanced, and each chapter is divided into two parts, part A and part B. That's the best part of these books. So these books are generally out of stock. So if you find these books in stock and if you're serious about your JEE Advanced preparation, right now you can buy it right away. Link is given in the description box. Okay, all right. Yes, and okay, so some students are asking VIT triple E classes. So yes, right now we are planning, and by tomorrow you will be seeing more about VIT triple E. Okay, all right. So first of all, let us start. And JEE 2025 we are going to start very soon. JEE 2026 as well we are going to start very soon, right? Okay. All right. So the very first question, you can clearly see that this is it. Find the range of this particular expression. What was the very first question? Okay. So I can see that, okay, this is sin raised to power 4. This is 3 cos square. And in the denominator again, similarity of the powers can be seen. So can I just simply write sin raised to power 4 as it is, plus 3 cos square can be written down as cos square theta plus 2 cos square theta. Why I am doing this? Why I am breaking this 3 cos square into 1 plus 2? Because of the denominator. So over here I am gonna separate out the denominator. You can see over here, and this is sin raised to power 4 theta plus cos square theta. Okay, all right. Now this is going to be 1. Clearly it is going to be 1 plus. This is 2 cos square theta whole upon sin raised to power 4 theta plus cos square theta. Right? Now. All right. Now cos square theta. Can I just quickly shift this cos square theta in the denominator of the denominator? Can I do that? So cos theta, cos square theta, I am moving it from here. And this is cos square theta. And this is also cos square theta. Right? So this is going to be 1 plus 2 by, and this is sin raised to power 4 theta. Now sin raised to power 4, so this is 1. This is simply 1. So can I write this 1 plus? This is sin raised to power 4 theta. Now I want to convert this in terms of cos. Why? Because we are looking for the range. And to predict the range, it is easier for this expression to become either completely in sine or completely in cos. So that's what we are trying to do. What are we trying to do? We are trying to figure out this expression completely either in terms of cos or in terms of sine. So that's what we are doing. Sin raised to power 4 now can be converted as 1 minus cos square theta whole square upon cos square theta. Right? Okay. So this is going to be 1 plus 2 by 1 plus. Now if I expand this, what would I get? So 1 minus cos square whole square. What would that be? So 1 by cos square first of all, plus, can you see cos raised to power 4 upon cos square will be what? Cos square. And you are going to get minus 2 cos square x upon cos square x. So this is going to be minus 2, right? Because a minus b whole square it is this. Okay. Now 1 minus 2 will become minus 1 and your expression will become just like this. Now what you can do is you can just put the cos square theta plus 1 upon cos square theta. So this is going to become 2. So 2 will get cancelled out, and this is going to be 1 plus 2, that is 3. 3 will be the maximum value. How will we get 3? By putting cos square theta equals to 1. You can clearly see because cos square theta equals to 1. So basically cos square theta, minimum and maximum value of cos square theta is, so this is from 0 to 1. So the moment I put cos square theta equals to 0, what do I get? I get 1, right? And the moment I put cos square theta is equals to 1, what do I get? So these two get cancelled out. So 1 plus 2 by 1, that is total overall 3 I'm gonna get. I hope that this question is absolutely easy, right? Doable, I guess. This is not at all difficult. All right. Now this question. Question number 2 is from matrices. What are they trying to say? So they are saying that A matrix is given as this, and they are giving a cubic equation in matrix. So this is a question from matrices. And what is the shortcut to solve this question? Are you thinking that, okay, I'm gonna calculate a square, which is very difficult, by the way, because all the elements of A are not given. Okay, so calculation of a square is difficult. What is more difficult is a cube, and this will lead to chances of errors. So what we can do is we can solve it using characteristic equation. Yes, characteristic equation is what we are going to use. What is characteristic equation? So this is going to be a cube minus trace of a times a square. Right, minus trace of a times a square, and this is going to be plus some constant times a, and what about this? This is going to be product. So product is nothing but so plus determinant of a times I. So a cube, a square, a and I. So what I short know about this is coefficient of a square is trace of a. So over here if I compare a cube minus 4a square plus a and plus 21 times identity matrix. So clearly I can see that yes, determinant A is nothing but, so this is minus times of determinant A, right? This is minus times of determinant A. Clear? Now can you see trace of A is 4. Trace of A is 4. What is trace of A? 5 plus B is your trace of A, right? So clearly B is coming out as minus 1. Right? And also determinant A, if I talk about determinant A value, so this is going to be minus 21. Can you calculate value of determinant A? Absolutely. So this is going to be 2 and 3b minus 5. So 2, 3b minus 5, correct? Then we have minus A times, we are going to have B, that's it. And this is going to be equal to a minus 21. Right, put the value of B over here. So what do you get? Minus, so this is minus 3 minus 5, so minus 16, and then you are going to get plus A is equals to minus 21. So 16 minus 21, 16 minus 21, so A is coming out as minus 5. Now you can just calculate this. So this is minus 10 and A is coming out as what? 5 or minus 5? Yes, A is minus 5, B is minus 1. A is minus 5, B is minus 1. So minus 10, minus 3 is the value. But obviously this is not matching because I feel that something is off over here. Maybe they have asked modulus of it. So if they are asking modulus, 13 is the answer. But that's how you do it. Okay. Maybe there is some confusion in the question or something, some value is different or modulus maybe they are asking. So, but you got the idea. You got the idea. What is important in this? That this is minus trace A, coefficient of A square is minus trace A, and coefficient of I is minus of determinant A. These two things are extremely important. Okay, so question number 2 is sorted now. Now we are having question number 3, which is a problem for limits. This is not a standard problem. This is a slightly difficult problem, I would say. Let us solve it out. Okay, so how do I solve it? clearly that this is cos x. This is root cos 2x. This is cube root cos 3x. And this is 10th root of, so this is 10 is written over here. 10th root of cos 10x. So this is how it is. So how we are going to solve? So we are going to apply expansion in this. You know expansion of cos x. 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x raised to power 4 by 4 factorial and all the way up to infinite. Okay. All right. So this is 2. 2 times 1 minus, now cos x. Cos x will be 1 minus x square by 2 factorial. And we are going to have what? Cos 2x raised to power half. So 1 minus x square upon 2 factorial, 2x square. So this is 4. And we are having power 1 by 2. So this is power 1 by 2. And now we are having 1 minus cos 3x. So this is going to be 3x square whole upon 2 factorial power 1 by 3, and it will go up to last, which will be what? 1 minus cos 10x. So 1 minus 10x whole square by 2 factorial and power will be 1 by 10. Okay, now we'll be applying binomial theorem in this. Okay, let us apply binomial theorem in this. If we do that, what do I get? If we apply binomial theorem in this, so what do I get? This half will come in front. So this is going to become 1, right? If half is gonna come in front, so this is going to become 1. If this 1 by 3 is going to come in front, because binomial theorem 1 upon x raised to power n is nothing but 1 plus nx, where x is very small quantity and n can be rational number. This is how your binomial theorem is, right? So this is how you're getting. Okay, so this is 1 minus 2x square. So half will come in front, it will become 1. 1 by 3 will come in front, it will become 3. And that's what it is. 1 by 10 will come in front, it will become 10. So that's how you do it. And now if you, and these are in multiplication. Now what to do? Can you see 1 and 1 are getting cancelled out? What we are looking for from here is coefficient of x square. That's what we are looking for. Coefficient of x square is something which we all are looking for. How do I get it? If I multiply this minus x square by 2 with 1, I am going to get x square ka coefficient. If I multiply this x square with this one, I am going to get coefficient of x square. So basically, in this bracket, I will select x square, but in every other bracket, I will select 1 so that I get x raised to power 2. If this gets multiplied with every other bracket, I will only multiply it with 1, 1, 1. I will only extract this. So what do I get? I get 1 by 2. Then I'm gonna get 2 by 2. Then 3 by 2. And then last I'm gonna get 10 by 2. 2 is already outside. And now 2 get cancelled out. And we are going to get 10 into 11 by 2. And yeah, I guess. So this is 55 will be the correct answer of this particular question. All right, yes. J advance, yes. We are going to start everything, do not worry, okay? Why we are neglecting? Yes, Vijay Anand is asking very good question from this question that, okay, ma'am, you told us that cos x, x raised to power 4 will also be there. X raised to power 6 term will also be there. But why you are only writing till here? Why you are not writing more terms? Because you understand, we have in the denominator x square. Right, and I am looking for x square coefficient, so x square will get cancelled out and I'm gonna get a constant term. But understand, if I write x raised to power 4, if I get a term x raised to power 4, x raised to power 4 upon x square will become x square. Here x is tending towards 0. So all the terms which are having extra x's, extra x, they will get cancelled out. It will become 0. That's why we are doing it. Okay, all right. Yes, now we have this question, very easy question. Oh my god, this is a very elementary question, like class 11th first or second lecture we teach this. So your theta belongs to which quadrant? Third quadrant. In third quadrant, what happens is this is cos negative, right? Third quadrant cos is negative. Okay, so sin theta is minus 3 by 5. Clearly cos theta will be minus 4 by 5 because it is negative. So cos theta I have understood. Now tan square theta. What will be tan square theta? If you divide in third quadrant, tan is all sign, sorry, tan is positive. Tan is positive and here, yeah, so tan positive, that what does that mean? Tan is 3 by 4. So 89 by 16 plus 4 by 5, and if you solve it, what do you get? Now I'm not gonna calculate it, I have already done that. 109 is the correct answer of this. Okay, easy peasy. Yes. All right. Now we are having this question. Okay, formatting error. While I was watching in my laptop, it was looking absolutely fine, but if I'm opening it on the digital board, it is looking a little messed up. But I will simplify it for you. Question says In is equals to 0 to 1, right? And 1 minus x raised to power k raised to power n dx. Okay, and they are saying 147I20 is equals to 148I21. All right, and what they are looking for is the value of k. So for that, over here, this is looking something like reduction formula. Reduction formula, or you can say that such questions where you apply by parts. Integration by parts and figure out a relation between in and in minus 1. So here we have to apply by parts. Let's do that. But for by parts, I will need two functions, right? So I'm going to multiply 1 over here. This is my first and this is my second function. In is equals to, first function is constant. Integration of second minus integral of derivative of first. So derivative of first will be 1 minus x raised to power k, and this is n minus 1. If I so this is derivative I am doing, right? So minus of x k, and we are having x raised to power k minus 1. So what is the formula? Let us recall. First function constant, integral of second minus integral of derivative of first function, and now integration of second function dx. That's how it is. Now if I put 0 and 1, upper and lower limit, the moment I put 1, I will get 0. The moment I put 0, I will get 0. So this integral is becoming 0. In is equals to minus, and this is also minus, right? Minus plus. K also can get common, and I'm gonna get 0 to 1. 1 minus x raised to power k minus 1. Sorry, 1 minus x raised to power k. Okay. And we are going to have n minus 1. And we are going to have x raised to power k dx. This is what integration I'm gonna have, right? Okay. Yes. And now I guess that I am actually able, what agenda? Please focus on the agenda. I need a relation between in and in minus 1. So I can see in minus 1 is getting formed, right? For in minus 1, I just need n minus 1 over here. But I don't want any x over here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just subtract 1 and add 1. Let me show you. So now in will be equals to 0 to 1. Kn is already there. Kn, let's not forget. Now 1 minus x raised to power k, n minus 1, x raised to power k, I will subtract 1 and add 1. And this is going to be dx. Let's club them together. X raised to power k minus 1. These two are exactly similar. Can you see? So this is going to be kn outside. And if I just club them together, this is going to be minus in. Right? X raised to power k minus 1 is what? Minus of this quantity, so power will get added. So this is going to be 1 minus x raised to power k n, which is in, and we are going to have plus in minus 1, right? And this is inside the bracket. This is in. Now what we need to do is, we just need to club them together. So call this in on the left hand side. So in 1 plus kn is equals to kn times in minus 1. Now for this expression, can you see I have written somewhere? Yes. Can I put n is equals to 21? Absolutely. I21, 1 plus k21 is equals to 20k I20. Right? So clearly that 148 is matching with this. 21k plus 1 is equals to 148. So this is going to be k is equals to 147 by 21. So k is 147 by 21. So this is going to be 7, right? So 7 is absolutely right. Okay, all right. Yes, clear? I guess this was a similar type of question. They have asked in 2023, similar question 2023. Now they are asking the similar question in this shift, and in Saturday's shift, one of the Saturday's shift, I found this question, right? Similar type of question. Now this question number 6, very easy, very easy. Sin square x can go up and it can be written as cos square x. Now cot x, if I put is equals to t minus cos square x, dx will become dt. So this is going to be 6 with a negative sign, dt whole upon 1 minus t whole square integral. So this is going to be minus 6 and 1 up minus t with a negative sign one more time, plus constant, and t will be replaced by cot x. This is your final integration. That's it. Very easy, easiest of all if this was the question. All right, easiest of all. All right, no, shift is not coming extremely tough. It is not extremely easy. It is moderate. It is good for every one of you. Do not worry. 9th April shift students, just be extremely confident. Solve previous shift questions and go, right? Okay, don't take stress. All right, this is actually very easy question. So what they are saying, sum of solution of this equation. So 8 raised to power 2a minus 16 8 raised to power a plus 48 is equals to 0. Let us say that a is equals to alpha and a is equals to beta are the two roots. What we are looking for is alpha plus beta, right? So tell me, what is the product of roots? Product of roots would be 8 raised to power alpha, 8 raised to power beta, and this is going to be all right, so plus 40, plus 48 by 1. Yes, so 8 raised to power alpha plus beta is going to be 48. Take logarithm both the sides with the base 8. So log of 8 alpha plus beta to the base 8 is equals to log of 48 to the base 8. So can you see alpha beta will come in front, alpha plus beta will come in front, and log 8 to the base will become 0. So alpha plus beta value is nothing but log of 48 to the base 8. Now what will they ask? They can ask about GIF of this value. They can ask about anything, okay? But this is your final answer. Log 8, 48 to the base 8 is the final answer. Okay? All right, yes. Okay, all right. Now we have another question wherein sum of diagonal elements of this is what we need to figure out. So basically A13 is something which we need to calculate, and that would be 3 raised to power something. I need that power, okay? We need to find the value of n, okay? So for that, what we need to do is we need to calculate a square. So that would be 2 minus 1, 1 and 1. Can I do that? 2 minus 1, 1 and 1. So a square value will be what? 2 2s are 4 and minus 1. So this is 3. This into this, right? So minus 2 minus 1, so minus 3. Okay, okay, all right, nicely, do it nicely. Please do not underestimate that this is a pattern based question. Now 1 1 and 2 1, so 2 plus 1 3 and minus 1 and 1 is 0. This is what your a square is coming out to be. Now what you can do is you can go ahead and calculate a raised to power 4. Yes, a raised to power 4, and then a raised to power 4 plus into a, so a raised to power 8. Right, so a raised to power 4 you can calculate. After that, what you can go is a raised to power 8 you can calculate, and in the last what you can do is a raised to power 8 multiply a raised to power 4 you can calculate, and one more a you will need because you need a raised to power 13. Let me show you. So a square is something which we have already calculated, right? Now a raised to power 4 is a square. So 3 you can take out because it will simplify your calculation if you write like this. So this multiply this twice. What do you get? This is a raised to power 4. Now multiply this quantity twice, and 9 was there, 9 9s are 81 will be there. So clearly that 3 raised to power something is getting created already. Now a raised to power 12 will be a raised to power 8, a raised to power 4. So this is 81 multiply 9. 819 nahi hai. 81 multiply 9, and again these two quantities. Now can you see a raised to power 12 is what do you get? 9 9s are 9. Okay, and you are going to get 8 9s are 72. So 729. Sorry, this is 729. Okay, all right. And this. So a raised to power 12 is what? Tell me. 729i. If you multiply a both the sides, what do you get? 729a. You are looking for sum of diagonal. So 2 plus 1, 3. So over here, 729 into 3 is trace of a raised to power 13. Right? So this is nothing but, okay. So answer would be 3 raised to power. So this is what? 3 raised to power 4 and 3 raised to power 5, 6. So this is 3 raised to power 6 and 3 raised to power 1. So total 3 raised to power 7. N is coming out as 7 is the final answer. Okay, please ignore this. Ignore this, yeah. This is 729 and 2 plus 1, 3. So 729 into 3 is what? 3 raised to power 7. That's why N is coming out as 7. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Now next question, 4 cos cube x plus 3 root 3 cos square x minus 1 is there. We are looking for local maxima. Okay, in this interval we are looking for local maxima. And at what point I'm gonna get local maxima? For that, f dash x is something which we will look for. 4 3s are 12 cos square minus sine plus 3 root 3 minus sine. That's it. So I'm gonna get, if I just take sine common, what do you get? Sine x can be taken common. So this is going to be, and also 3 also can be taken common. So if I take 3 sine x common, so 4 cos square x minus root 3 is what we are going to get. Okay. 4 cos square x minus root 3. Okay, have I done anything wrong? Yes, cos square is there. Oops, oops, oops. So cos square will be what? 2 cos. So this is 6. 6 root 3 and we are having cos x with a minus sign. So again, yes. So 6 can be taken out. Minus 6 sin x can be taken out and this is going to be 2 and cos x also will come out. Right? So now it is this. Minus 6 cos x sin x, oops, क्या हो गया ये? Eraser. Minus 6 sin x cos x can be taken out and 2 cos x plus root 3. Right? So what do I get if I take it equals to 0? Sin x equals to 0, cos x equals to 0, right? And cos x equals to minus root 3 by 2. These are the 3 values I'm gonna get. Okay. I hope that this is clear. Yes. So now what we can do is we can just write down the values. X equals to 0 means x equals to 0 comma 2 pi comma pi also. Cos x equals to 0 means x equals to pi by 2 comma 3 pi by 2. Cos x equals to minus root 3 by 2. What does that mean? We are going to get, okay, so 2 pi by 3. So 5 pi by 6 and 7 pi by 6. So these are the values. Out of these values, we are looking for local maxima. For local maxima, what we can do is we can just plug in the value. Yes. So cos x equals to root 3 by 2. For this value, we can just calculate the multiple values. So fx is here. So start calculating it. If I put, can you see? If I put sin x equals to 0, so cos x will be what? Either plus 1 or minus 1, right? So we can just plug in the value and check. Okay. But we are looking for local maxima. So I believe that cos x is equals to minus root 3 by 2 will give you the, yes, cos x equals to minus root 3 by 2 you put. So yes, x equals to 0. Okay. The moment you put x equals to 0 or 2 pi, you are going to get maximum value, right? So 4 plus 3 root 3 minus 1. So this is going to be 3 plus 3 root 3. This is going to be maximum of all. Yes, so that's what you need to do is, can you see that this is in 0 to 1, this is increasing, then decreasing, then increasing. So can you see, these are the values where you need to check, okay, about the maxima. So clearly that x equals to 0 or 2 pi will get the maximum value. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay, now another question on maximum and minimum value, wherein they give you a function fx, right? And maximum, and a very easy question, f dash x equals to minus sine x minus 1. Can you see f dash x is always negative? What does that mean? That it is a decreasing function. Fx is a decreasing function. What does that mean? That it will have maximum value at x equals to 0 and minimum value at x equals to pi. So you put x equals to 0, you get maximum value. So x equals to 0 means cos 0, which is 1, minus 0 plus 1. So this is going to be 2, which is maximum value. What about minimum value? So for that you need to put pi. So cos pi is what? Minus 1. Minus pi plus 1. So can you see minus pi would be the minimum value. What they are looking for is find m minus m. So 2 plus pi will be the final answer. Maximum minus minimum. Okay. 2 plus pi. All right. Yes. All right. Last day show, some people are saying no, that we have more to do. We have JEE Advanced. We have VIT EEE, we have SRM JEE, we have so many exams, right? All right. Now we have another question from complex number, which says that Z be a complex number. So Z plus 2 magnitude is 1. How can we take any complex number in Euler's form if its magnitude is 1? So basically Z, any Z is r e raised to power iota theta, where r is magnitude. If you are saying that magnitude of any complex number is 1, that means r is 1. So that means over here Z plus 2 directly what we can say is e raised to power iota theta. Right? Now we are looking for imaginary part of this. Okay, let us calculate this. So Z plus 1. So Z plus 1 will be e raised to power iota theta minus 1. What is Z plus 2? E raised to power iota theta. We are looking for imaginary part of this quantity. So e raised to power iota theta upon e raised to power iota theta is what? 1. Minus this is e raised to power minus iota theta. If I expand this, what do I get? So this is cos theta minus iota sine theta. And we are, by the way, looking for imaginary part of it. So clearly the 1 minus cos theta is the real part, which I'm not looking for. I'm looking for the imaginary part. So imaginary part, oh sorry, we are looking for, okay, so imaginary part is given as 1 by 6. So that means sine theta, right? Imaginary part of this. So sine theta is coming out as minus plus. Sine theta is 1 by 6. And I'm looking for the real part. Real part is 1 minus cos theta is what they are looking for. So let us calculate the value of sine theta from here. So sine theta is here 1 minus 1 by 36 with a plus minus sign and a root is your cos theta. So cos theta is plus minus 35 by 6. So 1 minus plus minus root 35 by 6 is the final answer of this question. Let me just show you. So this is 35. Yes. So yes, Z plus 2 is e raised to power iota theta. Now Z plus 1 upon Z plus 2 is this. And imaginary part of this is what? My sine theta, which is 1 by 6. So cos theta will be this. What will be the real part of this? 1 minus cos theta is something which we need to calculate, and which will be root 35 by 36. Okay. So this is gonna be 1 plus minus root 35 by 6. Clear? All right. Now this question wherein the two lines are given to us, two skew lines are given to us. We are looking for the shortest distance. How do we do that? What is the formula? Formula is A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2. And we are having magnitude of B1 cross B2. Let me show you what is A1, what is A2. So A2 is the point on the second line, which is 2, 3, 3. 2, 3, 3. A1 is what? Tell me. 5, 1, 1. 5, 1, 1. So the A2 minus A1 is sorted now, right? Now what is B1? So B1 will be direction ratio of line number 1. So 1 minus 3, 2. And B2 will be 1 minus 3 and 4. All right. So yes, now you just have to plug in B1 cross B2, right? Clearly. So A2 minus A1 is this, B1 is this, B2 is this. So that's how you're going to just solve it. This determinant, solve it right away. And this modulus of cross product, solve it right away. And you are done. 7 by root 10. Okay, clear? Absolutely crisp. All right. Now, shall I call physics or chemistry in the chat box? Okay, guess who is coming next, chemistry or physics in the chat box. And meanwhile, I'll be calling them. All right. Yes. Cool. I hope that this is helping you. Right? Speed solutions.
Hello, good evening, good evening. The final day remaining. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Meghna. Hello, Aditya, Damaris, Kadari. Good evening, Sai Teja. Hello, what is it? Vandium, some new element. Yamini, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, let me also tell you, my dear warriors, that after this session from tomorrow onwards, there are going to be very interesting things happening on the channel, starting off with ranks expected for the percentiles, the cutoffs, all right, and all the different statistics that you will need for your JEE Mains and the counseling. Number 2, VIT-EEE and SRM JEE strategies and how to boost your score, and obviously the series launch and the sessions which will be following. Number 3, EAPSAT for Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. The important things that you need to do, your last 1 month plan, and yes, the series which will be starting for EAPSAT, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And then also for JEE Advanced, yes, what you need to do, when you should prepare, how you should prepare, what are the materials, etc. All of this on this particular channel. Is that right, everyone? Thank you, Johnny. Yeah. Tomorrow is your exam, Siam. Let me tell you, today's paper had some decent questions. Okay. So be prepared for anything. It can't be more difficult than any of the shifts that were there, till now. And in general, the questions have been easy in physics. You have so many collection of questions, just use it, and all the best for your last day as well. For BitSat also it will come after SRM JEE and VIT-EEE. Okay, there is still some time for BitSat, don't worry. Yeah, cool. So I hope, Lakshmi, I have answered that question as well. Here comes the first question on your screen. This is shift 1. We'll do shift 2 also. The questions are coming up. Shift 1 questions first. Okay. So in a LCR circuit, what will happen to the current if the resistance is halved? So basically, the moment you halve the resistance, remember, what is it? Where is it? Yes, over here. Yeah. In case of resonance, the current is just V by Z. The Z is basically R, and the R value is basically half. So 2 goes on the top. So hence the current will be made 2 times. So the current will be just made 2 times. Just check this out. Is that right, my dear warriors? Just check this out. Yes, the current will be doubled. As simple as that. Yep. Shri Ganeshan, don't worry. JEE Advanced sessions will also start, and the plan also for JEE Advanced will come. Hello, Nikita Pillai. Good evening. Hello, Saranya. Hello, Meghna. Good evening, everyone. Yes. So moving on to the next question. Identify the expression for Bernoulli's equation. Such a easy question came. Directly we can mark the answer. It is pressure, which is over here, plus the hydrostatic pressure, which is rho GH, plus the kinetic dynamic pressure, which is half rho V square. That is constant. That is simple. Nothing but Bernoulli's equation. Such a laddu question came. Laddu question came. Yes, Hannah, we will be doing that in the plan and the strategy video. I'll be giving you the weightage and all the important things for VIT-EEE. Cool. Moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. A player caught a ball in this much time, which was traveling at this much speed. What is the force on the ball? Remember, this question came on day 1 and was also repeated, in some other shift. Values were different, so repeated model of questions from just the April shift, my dear students. So the force is the change of the momentum divided by the time. I am only interested in the magnitude. So change in momentum is final minus initial divided by the time. So it is just mass into velocity by the time. Mass is 150 grams, so 150 10 to the power minus 3, velocity 20, time is 0.1. That's it. So check it out if the answer is 30 or something. Yes, the answer is 30 Newton. Everybody? Yes, very good, Anushka. Excellent. Answer is 30 Newton. Good evening, everyone. Mary, chat ante oka limit undati. Yes, limit undati. Please concentrate cheyandi on the session. Concentrate on the session. Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. In a diffraction setup, if the slit width is this much, wavelength is this much, the angular position of the second order minima is how much? The second order minima is how much? Okay, let's have a look at this. First of all, remember the formula for diffraction minima. It is nothing but A sine theta is n times of lambda. So for the first minima, n is 1. For the second minima, n is basically 2. Lambda value is 600 and A value is nothing but 0.03 into 10 to the power minus 2. So from this, you will get the value of sine theta, I believe. From this, you will just get the value of sine theta. Is that right? So 12 by 3, I think you should get it as 0.04. Yes, 0.004, sorry. 0.004. Yes, that should be the answer. Just check it out. Yes, Ayush, option A is the correct one. Very good, Charita. As simple as that. Shall we move ahead? Direct formula based question on diffraction. Moving on to the next one. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding paramagnetic substance? So paramagnetic materials, they have small but positive susceptibility. Yes, their susceptibilities will be like 0.1, 0.7, 0.8 like that. So they have small susceptibility. Relative permeability is slightly more than 1. They are slightly attracted by magnetic field. Yes, they are temporary magnets. They get weakly attracted by magnetic fields. Definitely. Their susceptibility increases with temperature. That is wrong. Actually, when you increase the temperature, susceptibility will fall down for paramagnetic material. That is also called as the Curie's law, where susceptibility is inversely proportional to the temperature. Chemistry will start. Devi. Okay. So hence the answer will be option C for Captain Shreyas, because this is incorrect statement. Incorrect statement. Is that right? Okay. Very good. Very good. Awesomeness. Thank you, Mahalakshmi Fashion World. Yeah. Okay. I think I will learn Telugu with you all. Yeah, in the EPSAT series, definitely. Okay, cool. Moving on to the next one. The potential difference across the terminals of the cell is how much? So straightforward things that you need to do. These two are in basically parallel. So parallel means the resistance will be 2 ohms. So 1 ohm and 2 ohms, the effective resistance will be how much? 1 plus 2, which is basically 3 ohms. So the current in the circuit will be how much? It will be total voltage by resistance, which is 1 ampere. Now once you get that, the next part is how much is the voltage difference across the cell. The voltage difference across the cell is E minus IR. E is basically 3, I is basically 1, R is basically 1. So it is basically 2 volts. It is basically 2 volts. Is that right? Everybody with me on this? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's move on to the next one coming up on your screen. Yep, very good. No, it is not option A, it is option B. Be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Lijo is going to write the exam tomorrow morning shift. All the best, Lijo. Definitely, Aditya, I know. Yes, little bit of Telugu, konjam. Oh, sorry, that is Tamil. Yeah. Right, moving on. Determine the ratio of the specific heat capacity at constant volume for mono and diatomic gas. Very straightforward. Gamma values ratio they have asked, not the gamma value itself. So for a monoatomic gas, the ratio of the specific heat at constant volume. So CV for monoatomic is 3R/2. CV for diatomic is 5R/2. So the ratio which will come out to be is basically 3/5. Is basically 3/5, right? That should be the answer. Just check this out. Yes, 3/5 is the answer. 3R/2, 5R/2. Awesome, awesome. No oxyvandum, it is not option A, it is option B. It is option B. Yes, correct. Moving to the next one. Resistance is 10 ohm at 0, 10.2 at 100. At what temperature the resistance will be this much? Remember, this kind of question has repeated 2 times in the previous shifts. In April attempt, 2 times this has got repeated. So I believe you should be able to solve this. So if I just directly use the formula, resistance at any temperature is R0 1 plus alpha delta T. Resistance at temperature T is 10.2. This is equal to 10 into 1 plus alpha. Temperature difference is basically 100, right? So this will be 10.2 minus 10 is equal to 10 into alpha into 100. So 1000 alpha will be nothing but 0.2. Rather, alpha will be nothing but 2 divided by 10 to the power 4. 2 divided by 10 to the power 4. 3 zeros here and 1 more 0. I got it from the decimal. Now you will write the same equation again, but for a resistance of 10.95. So 10.95 is equal to 10 into 1 plus alpha into the temperature difference, which is T minus 0. That's it. So solving this, substituting the value of alpha from here, you will get the value of temperature. Substitute the value of alpha from here, you will get the value of temperature. Is that right? How many of you got this? How many of you got this, my dear warriors? Just check it out. If you got the answer as 748 Kelvin. Yeah. Will the toughness level of tomorrow's paper be easy or difficult? Well, none of the JEE Mains papers in this, entire attempt, physics-wise, were difficult. They were either easy or easy to average. None of the papers were even moderate or moderate to tough or tough. Getting my point? So all the JEE Mains papers in the April shift have been on the easy or easy to moderate side. Very few shifts were easy to moderate, that too very few questions. The moderate questions were very, very few. Keep that in mind. Okay. Moving on to this question, the PV curve is shown. This was the moderate question, if you see. Then this is isothermal adiabatic. Isothermal adiabatic, the slope is more, it will be adiabatic. Slope is less, it will be isothermal. What is the correct relationship? So basically write down multiple equations and you will get the answer, my dear warriors. For isothermal curves, I can say PA VA is equal to PB VB. Same thing for this isothermal curve. PD VD will be equal to PC VC for isotherms. Now this is adiabatic, so PB VB raised to gamma is equal to PC VC raised to gamma. For this, which is again adiabatic, PD VD raised to gamma is equal to PA VA raised to gamma. Now the final answer only has volume, does not have pressure. So how do you eliminate the pressure is the question. I can see PA, PB, PC, PD. So maybe let's multiply all of them and you will get the answer. So from here, if I see, I'll get PA, VA into PB, VB raised to gamma into PC, VC into into PD VD raised to gamma is equal to, from here, okay, I think I'll put it on the next line, is equal to PB, VB into PC VC raised to gamma into PD VD into not PD VD, it will be PC VC is done, yeah, PD VD, correct, PD VD into basically PA into VA. So I have taken the first time this and this. The next time on the RHS, this and this. You can see PA, PB, PC, PD. PA, PB, PC, PD. PB, PC, PD, PA. Gets cancelled. Everything is in V terms. Everything is in V terms. Simplify this. You will get the answer, guys, in the next step only. Right? So take VB on this side. Take VD on that side. Take VC on that side. I think it will become very simple. VB into gamma minus 1 into VD into gamma minus 1 is equal to VC into gamma minus 1 and VA into gamma minus 1. Everything is raised to gamma minus 1. So it will become VB VD is equal to VC VA. So now you have got the answer, guys. Now you have got the answer. Check it out. Is it not option number A? Is it not option number A? Just check it out. As simple as that. Right? Everybody clear? Everybody clear? Understood? All the best, Vignesh, for your exam tomorrow. All the best. You are the most luckiest person because you have the exam in the end. You know what kind of questions are going to come. The luckiest, student. Hema, Madhuri, my name is Surendra. Hello, Surendra. Yes, welcome and good evening, everyone. Moving on to the next question. In a series LCR circuit, the value of the resistance as well as this is halved, then the new current will be how much? Guys, if you reduce the resistance, impedance, everything by half, obviously the current will double. It is obvious. There is nothing to solve over here. It is like an obvious question. Resistance, impedance, everything becomes half reactance. So obviously the current should become 2 times, right? Awesome. Moving on to the next question on your screen. Proton and electron have the same kinetic energy. Find the ratio of the de Broglie wavelength. So for the de Broglie wavelength, it is h by p, and p is nothing but root of 2mk. But kinetic energy and h and 2 are constants. So lambda, I can say, is inversely proportional to root of m. So the ratio of the de Broglie wavelength of the proton by the electron is nothing but mass of proton here, mass of electron here. Mass of proton here, mass of electron here. Guys, proton and electron, what is the mass ratio? 1836 is the magic number. 1836 is the magic number. That's it. So it will be 1 is to root 1836. Yes, proton is 1836 times heavier than the mass of the electron. Direct question. Everyone, Sharan plus 44 till now. Wow, very good. One another question. Yeah, we'll come to that, Siddharth. Hopefully it is there in one of these slides. Moving on, binding energy is this much. Find the mass of whatever it is in micrograms. So basically all you need to do is use this, right? 18 into 10 to the power 8. E is equal to mc square. That's it. Mass, I don't know. Energy destroyed created is destroyed mass defect into c square. Einstein's mass energy equivalence. C is basically 3 into 10 to the power 8 and whole square. 3 square is 9 from here. You will have 18 from here. You will have mass and some powers of 10. So mass will be basically 2 into 10 to the power something. So directly, even without solving it properly, you can give the answer to be B basically. Remember my trick of ignoring the powers of 10, ignoring decimals, ignoring zeros. Directly you can solve the question without even having to worry about basically the powers of 10. Is that right? Awesome. Awesome. Shall we move ahead? Shall we move ahead? The kinetic energy of 3 objects. Oh, that one? That one is also there, I think. Maybe I remember seeing it somewhere vaguely. Let's see if that question is also there regarding momentum. Regarding momentum, kinetic energy. Siddharth, hold on. The resultant of the vectors shown here is how much? One of the easy questions. If this is A, this is A, this is also A. First take care of these two. The resultant of these two will be here and it will be A root 2. Since we have now got rid of these two vectors, now I have a vector which is root 2A and another vector which is just A, and both of them are perpendicular because this will be at 45 degree. This is already at 45. So the total angle is 90. So hence, what will their resultant be? Their resultant will be root of root 2a square plus a square, which is basically root of 3a square, which is basically a root 3. So the answer of x will be 3. Answer of x will be just basically 3. Yes, Anup, that is the correct answer, Anup. Very good. Keep it up. Moving on to the next question, very straightforward. These kind of questions you solve when you just learn vectors. This one, clock hand, second hand, minute hand, this thing, you have, their lengths given in 30 minutes, the distance traveled by the tip of the second hand to that of the minute hand is how much? Okay. Now, first of all, remember the distance traveled will be the length of the arc, and length of the arc is r into theta. R into basically theta, and the angle which you cover is omega into time, omega into the time which you take. So basically omega is 2 pi divided by time period and into this time which you take. Now if you notice, 2 pi is a constant, the time taken t is 30 minutes for both of them. So basically I can say the distance traveled is directly proportional to the radius and inversely proportional to the time period of revolution. Inversely proportional to the time period of the revolution. So therefore, I can say distance traveled by the second hand upon distance traveled by the minute hand will be radius ratio. What is it? 75 by 60 and time period. So for the second hand, what is the time? What is the time for one revolution? It is basically 60 seconds. For minute hand, what is the time for one revolution? For the minute hand, 1 hour, and 1 hour is 60 minutes. 60 minutes is 60 seconds. 60 gets cancelled, right? So it will just become 75 by 1. So 75 by 1 is the answer. Very, very straightforward and direct. Is that okay? Raju, I've been telling about tomorrow's shift. It can't be more difficult. It can't be more easy than whatever shifts are there. All the papers till now in physics were easy or easy to moderate. Very few questions, very few shifts had easy to moderate. So expect repeated models. If you have solved all the models of January attempt and this attempt, trust me, you will be doing extremely well in tomorrow's shift. Is that okay, Raju? Yeah. All the best for all of you. Yeah. Great. Great. Moving on to the next one. Two planets are revolving around the sun of mass ma and mb. Ratio of the angular momentum is 1:3. Find the time period ratio in terms of the masses. Now, this was the tricky question in the entire paper, I feel, because the question is time period ratio in terms of masses is asked, and angular momentum is in the ratio of 1:3. Angular momentum is mr into v, and we know the velocity of any planet revolving around the sun is given by root of gm by r. Root r will cancel, so we will have root of g capital M into r. So angular momentum is directly proportional to mass as well as root of r. So therefore L1 by L2 will be m1 by m2, which is ma by mb, and root of r1 by r2, or basically root of ra by rb. This number is given to be 1:3. This number is given to be 1:3. Taking mb on the other side and ma below, and L1 by L2 is 1/3. This will be nothing but ra by rb. So therefore ra by rb is square of this, which is mb square by ma square 3 square, which is basically 9. Now don't leave it over here. Remember, time period of revolution, because that's what the question is, time period of revolution is directly proportional to r raised to 3/2. So therefore TA by TB will be RA by RB whole raised to 3 by 2, which is nothing but MB by MA into 9, and this is square whole raised to 3 by 2. What will this be? Because this is raised to 2 and also half, 2 will cancel. So it will become MB raised to 3 as well as MA raised to 3. Root of 9 is 3. 3 cube is basically 27. So into 27. So that should be the answer. MB by MA into 27. MB and MA are cubes. MB and MA are cubes and 27 is there below. Very, very straightforward. Yes, oxyvendum, that is the correct answer. Moving on to the next one on your screen. What would be the output of the given logic gate? This was a very tricky question, let me tell you that. First of all, let's try to understand what this circuit would look like. If this is B, this would be B bar because it is going like this. This extra line is there for no reason. So this is basically B bar. This is basically A. This, check it out, was like this. So it will be A dot B bar. And check this out. This was A. So this will be A bar and this will be B. This will be A bar dot B. This is again dot of that. So this is A dot B bar and A bar dot B, and this was basically dot of that. Just check this out. If this is what the circuit diagram looked like. Right? So the question is, what is the output of this entire thing going to be? Now, whenever you have so many dots, okay, see if everything is fine. Okay, great. What we can do over here is probably take some options, like start with the truth table. If this is 0, this is 1. If this is also 0, this is 1. 0.1 is basically 0. 0.1 is also 0. That dot product will be again 0. Correct? So I've taken A as 0, B as 0. I got the answer as 0. Then try with 0 and 1. A is 0, B is 1. So if A is 0, A bar will be basically 1 and B bar will be basically 0. So 0.0, 0. 1.1, 1. But 0.1 again 0. So this is 0. Same thing will also happen when A is 1 and B is 0. So when A is 1, A bar will be 0, B bar will be 1, 1.1, 1, 0.0, 0, 0.1, 0. So answer is 0 again. Lastly, imagine both of them are 1. A and B are 1. So B bar will be 0 and A bar will also be 0. 1.0, 0. 1.0, 0, 0.0, 0. Oh, the answer is always 0. So the answer is D. Directly I can mark it as D. Yes, just check this out. The answer is D. Option D. Yes. Is that right? So actually speaking, you could have also guessed it, because every time there was an AND gate and there was a bar. So if one is 1, the other one will be 0. So 1.0 will be 0. So one of them will be 0 somewhere. And the moment one of them is 0, AND operation will always end up being 0. That is how also you can solve it. Okay. So I'm not sure, Shivani, if any of the gates was OR. Okay? You can solve it in a very similar manner if, let's say, this was OR or this was OR or something like that. Okay. So you can do it in a very similar manner. Main thing is these are memory based questions and you should get the idea or the concept from it. The ratio of the frequency of the 7th overtone of closed to the open organ pipe is how much? See guys, for a closed organ pipe, the frequency for a closed organ pipe will be how much? 7th overtone. It is the 7th odd number after 1, right? 7th odd number after 1. So what should the odd number be? 7th overtone. Think about it. 7th overtone. Like first overtone for a closed pipe is 3rd harmonic. Second overtone is 5th harmonic. So 7th overtone, 7 into 2, which is 14 plus 1. So it will be 15 as the odd number into V by 4L. For a open pipe, the formula is NV by 2L and first overtone is second harmonic, second overtone is third harmonic, third overtone is fourth harmonic. All the harmonics are present. So the seventh overtone will be the eighth harmonic. So 8V by 2L. So all you have to do is just take the ratio of this. So VL gets cancelled. So it will be 15 by 4, and here you will have 8 and then 2. So this goes with this 2 times. So it will be 15 by 16. So just check this out. 15 by 16, is it there? Yes, 15 by 16 is the answer. Yep. Is that right? Yeah, very good. Very good. Yes. So you have to think, when it is saying seventh overtone for a closed pipe has only odd harmonics. When you say open pipe, it has all the harmonics. So the harmonic number will be different even though the overtone is same, because the pipes are either closed or open. Okay. So moving on to the next one. I think some of you are asking, sir, was this question there? Or sir, I felt this question was there. Yes, let's see how to solve this. Masses are 400, 1.2 kg and 1.6 kg. Same kinetic energy. Determine the ratio of linear momentum. Momentum is root of 2 times m times k. So basically momentum is proportional to root of m. So P1 is to P2 is to P3 is equal to root of 400 gram, which is root of 0.4, is to root of 1.2 is to root of 1.6. That's all. That's all. That's all. Right? So now see, how does it go? How does it go? Guys, this is a root of 1.6. So you can even shift these decimals and all of that. You can see this will be 1. So that will be, 3 times, and that will be 4 times. That's all. So 1 is to root 3 is to 2, because it is under the root. So if it is 3 times, it will be root 3. If it is 4 times, it will be root of 4, which is 2. So that's it. 1 is to root 3 is to 2 times. Yes, option C. Yep. Okay. Uma Maheshwari, I would just suggest simple thing. Watch all the discussions of the April attempt. Questions will be repeated. Moderate level to easy level only for physics. Chemistry also very easy questions are coming. Okay. So models are getting repeated. Area lies along this. Find the flux. Okay. Find the flux. Now this was a slightly lengthy problem because area vector is not given. Area is lying along this is given. So first find the unit vector along this direction. So it will be 2 root 6 I cap, 2 root 6 I cap plus 4 root 6 j cap plus 2 root 6 k cap, whole thing by the magnitude. Root 6 is common, so just leave it outside. The whole thing root 2 square plus 4 square plus 2 square. That is the unit vector along this direction. If I call this as u vector, the unit vector along that direction will be this. So the area vector will be 4 times this whole number. 4 times this whole number, root 6, everything will cancel. So it will be 2 I cap plus 4 j cap plus 2 k cap. Whole thing divided by this thing, which is 2 square plus 4 square plus 2 square. Now once you get this, my dear students, what will you do? You have the area vector. Take the dot product with the electric field vector, because that is what is going to give you the flux. Take the dot product with the electric field, which is 4 times I cap plus 8 times j cap plus 4 times k cap. So like I said, it is slightly lengthy but doable only. It is not that crazy also. So I cap will multiply with I cap, j cap will multiply with j cap, k cap will multiply with k cap. Solve this and see what is the answer that you got. Anup is saying he got 24. Is that right? Just check. No, it is 6 Weber. 24 was not there in the option. Yeah. Cool, everyone. Velamalai, Rupesh, I'll tell you one thing. If anything, you should learn from the January attempt. What is that one single thing regarding percentile and marks that you should learn? Everyone, put it up in the chat box. If there was one thing which you guys learned, from the first January attempt, JEE Mains first attempt, what is that one thing, major thing which you learned, guys? The major thing that you learned was the prediction is very, very difficult. Especially even for lower marks and even for higher percentiles. Like some shifts, the 99 percentile shot up like anything. For some shifts, the 99 percentile was very low. For some shifts, the number of students were too many, but this time, thankfully, that is not happening. And number, 2, I would say, right now, the total percentile will be the best of the 2 attempts. So there will be a normalization process. So, meaning it's very, very, very difficult to predict the percentile for the marks. But we will give you an estimate of what will be the marks versus percentile tomorrow. That will give you an approximate idea of where you might stand, and you can accordingly strategize what to do next. Should I prepare for private entrance exam? Should I, prepare for dropping? Will I get this NIT or not? All these questions will be answered in tomorrow's sessions. Is that right, everyone? Also remember, the moment the shift becomes very easy and repetitive, then students start scoring lower percentile for the same marks. Meaning you got really good marks, but you get lower percentile because everybody has done really well. So it all depends on how many questions were repeated, was it the first shift or the last shift, and so much more. Got it, my dear warriors? All right. Moving on to the next one. 2 conducting spheres are there. What is the ratio of the charges if they are connected by a wire? It's very straightforward. If there are 2 spheres connected by a wire, this is B, this is A. Obviously, potential of 1 will be potential of 2. Potential of 1 will be K into Q1 divided by radius, which is A, into K into Q2 divided by radius, which is B. So basically Q1 by Q2, KK got cancelled, will be nothing but A by B. So the ratio of the charges will be A by B. Very straightforward question because the potentials are equal. See if you get the answer as option A. Cool? Yeah. Whereon we'll be doing something for JEE 2025 also. What to do, man? There are so many engineering entrance exams. Sir, shift second on 4th. No, it was not very difficult. No, it was not very difficult. It feels difficult because you are there on the first day, Ambika. Okay? Otherwise, it was not. Moving on to the next one. On a perfectly absorbing surface, a light of intensity is falling. Force exerted. The force exerted on an absorbing surface is IA by C for an absorbing surface. Intensity given. Area is also given, but in terms of A, normally the force exerted is F. Acha. So speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8. So basically the question is, what is the area? Area will be force into speed of light, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 divided by intensity, which is 360, but that is watts per centimeter square. Because it is per centimeter square, you have to convert it into meter square by multiplying it by 10 to the power 4. By multiplying it by 10 to the power 4. Is that right, everyone? Clearo? So that's it. That will give you the answer as F by 12 into 10 to the power 5. As simple as that. Option A. So I'm not sure if the value of F was given or not given. In case the value of F was given, just substitute it. You will get the answer. Cool? Perfect. Moving on to the next one. Okay. That was it. That was your first shift discussion. The second shift questions are coming in. We'll be discussing it right away. Okay. So don't worry. Okay. UGEE is for triple IT. It's for triple IT. We'll be doing things for that also. Just hold on. Let me call the chemistry madams. After this, I will again come back. And I will do the physics paper discussion for session 2. Physics paper discussion for session 2 will happen after this, okay? And chemistry, ma'am, you will be doing session 1 and session 2 both now? Can do? Oh,
Can do.
Okay.
Don't have many questions. I have physical and inorganic 7 to 8 questions, I guess. And some ma'am also has. Hello, everybody. How are you guys? How are you guys? Are we audible and visible? Yes or no? This one? "98 percentile, how many marks should I get, sir?" We will do all of those sessions in some days. That's it. है ना? Oh, this is purple today.
How was your chemistry paper today, Bacha? Let us know. There were some tricky questions in the shift one, isn't it? In the organic especially. How was your organic section? Yes, there were some tricky questions, right? Do you have doubts in any question? Good morning. Somebody saying good morning.
Are you in the other side of the world? Are you in the US or someplace? Good morning. How? Jagan Mohan Rao, jago, jago. Thank you so much.
Good evening.
Thank you so much. Okay, here we are. All right. Yes. Second shift chemistry was easy. All right, so we are going to quickly get on with the questions. Yes, we are going to quickly get on with the questions. Everybody ready? Yes. Oh, don't forget to hit the like button quickly, guys. Yes, because we are going to do a speed solution. We are quickly going to tell you the answer so that you can calculate your marks, and you can also try and maybe calculate your percentile. We will do another video regarding percentile later on. However, before we start with the session, everybody, you guys know that all the students, somebody said that, ma'am, how much marks will I be getting 98 percentile? So if you are expecting 98 percentile, 98%, anything above 95 percentile or 90 percentile, you are going to clear the cutoff, and you should definitely sit for JEE Advanced. And here is our JEE Advanced Rank Accelerator book, which you should buy, because you are going to have amazing PYQs, the most repeated PYQs. Every chapter is divided into 2 parts. Your preparation is going to be basically very, very, very easy. And to be very honest, just outside we were discussing, actually, your Durgesh Nandini ma'am and we were discussing that how the book is beyond amazing. You know, there are so many repeated questions and everything. We were just discussing. So I think it will be great for you guys if you get the book. All right. Yes, 250 plus, bro. Highly recommended. Seriously, not just kidding. Highly recommended. Okay. All right. So shall we start with the questions? Yes. Now the first question, everybody, is which of the following does not undergo disproportionation reaction? See, guys, I can definitely go ahead and solve it. However, let me tell you absolutely as fast as possible, and let me tell you that it has to be F2, because if you remember, haven't we studied that fluorine can only show you -1 oxidation state? There is no chance that fluorine can show you a positive oxidation state. Hence, that means that fluorine will not undergo disproportionation, isn't it? Now Cl2 here, right here, it is in 0 oxidation state, but it can go to -1 oxidation state as well as +1 oxidation state. That means that it is reducing as well as it is oxidizing. That means that it can undergo disproportionation reaction. So yes, absolutely, option A is your correct answer. All right, moving ahead, everybody, we are going to do it faster. Okay, next question. Find the correct shape of the following molecules. Okay, tell me something, guys. Have you ever seen that CH4 is square pyramidal? No, absolutely not. I mean, even if you do not know what is NH3 shape, doesn't matter. But do you know that CH4 is square pyramidal? Not at all. CH4 is tetrahedral, everybody. That means that this is wrong. Now, BRF5, everybody, how is the structure? It is slightly like this, isn't it? Yes, this is your BRF5 structure, isn't it? Yes, so that means that this is square pyramidal. Absolutely, CH4 is tetrahedral. Option B is your correct answer. Look at it. We are able to solve it so fast, isn't it? Okay, next question is Durgesh Nandini ma'am's department. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. So here, look at this reaction. This is once again a name reaction. Your carboxylic acid is given. In the presence of bromine, red phosphorus, you have to react. What name reaction is this? This is HVZ reaction, right? 𝑬𝒙𝒑𝒔 reaction. What happens in that? What happens? The alpha hydrogens over here, like this is the alpha hydrogen. The alpha hydrogen gets replaced by the bromine atom. So the final product after hydrolysis, you should get this, right? At the alpha position, there should be a bromine atom as well as a carboxylic acid group. So this is the final answer. Let us move on to the next question.
Okay. Some of you are saying that these are not the option, it's a matching question. No problem, but I really hope that you guys know how to find out the shape, isn't it? What do? You take the number of valence electrons, then you take the surrounding atom, how many are monovalent. Yes, somebody asked me in the last session, ma'am, what do you mean by divalent? Divalent is bacha O, divalent. There are 2 electrons as valence. So that's divalent, monovalent, like Na plus, Li plus. Those are monovalent. Yes, so you calculate the monovalent and then you take a look at the lone pair. If there are, then you know how to draw the geometry. Once you draw the geometry, cover the lone pair, find out the shape. That's it, isn't it? Okay, moving on to this question, everyone. So this question, I'm not very sure it was the exact question or not. Maybe this was not the exact question, and maybe you were given the values of K1, maybe you were given the values of K2 and K3 as well. But look at it. X at equilibrium is forming Y, Y at equilibrium is forming Z, and Z at equilibrium is forming W. Now, the question is find out the equilibrium constant for X to W. That means X to W right here, the starting reactant and the end product. That means what do we have to do, guys? What do we have to do? We just have to find the product, that is K1 multiplied with K2 multiplied with K3, and that means that option A is our correct answer. Yes, option A was, the values were given in the question, 4 to 1, exactly. So 4 multiplied with 2 multiplied with 1, 4 2s are what? 8. 8 is the correct answer. I guess that was the answer. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jagan. Thank you so much. All right, guys, moving on to the next question. The next question is, if the wavelength of light is 3 picometer, find out the frequency. My goodness. I mean, is that a question that they should even ask, guys? Is that a question that they should even ask? So here, clearly it is written wavelength. Wavelength is given to you as 3 PM. Now, what do we know? We know that nu is equal to C by lambda. My God, look at my C. My C does not look like C. Okay, here C by lambda, and C is what? 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, right? Yes, everybody. Yes, guys. Okay. Moving on from here, then what do you have? 3 picometers. So 3 picometer means 10 to the power what? Minus 12, right? 10 to the power minus 12, 3 and 3 cancel. That means it is 10 to the power 20. SEC, second to the power minus 1. That is option B is your correct answer. Very good, very good. So how much is plus 4? Now we have reached question 5. Is it plus 20, everybody? It should be plus 20 for everybody. Moving on to the next question. The next question is, okay, in the process of combustion of glucose, that is C6H12O6CO2 and water formed, find the amount of O2 in grams for complete combustion of glucose. Molar mass of glucose is 120. Acha, tell me something, everybody. I have the result here. Also, tell me something. The given mass of glucose was there for you? Yes. Given mass of glucose was there. Given mass of glucose was, I think, given mass, if I'm not wrong, tell me something. Given mass of glucose was 900 grams. Was it 900 grams, everybody? If it was 900 grams, then we can write the equation C6H12O6 plus it should be O2 here, and this should form CO2 plus H2O. If you balance it, you will have 6 CO2 here, you will have 6 H2O here, and you will have 6 O2 here. Am I right, everybody? Yes. Now from here, what can you calculate? You can calculate number of moles of glucose. Number of moles of glucose, if you calculate, how much will it be? Given mass is 900 divided by molecular mass is also given, and molecular mass, everybody, is 180. Can you see? So 900 divided by 180 is equal to what? 5 moles, right? 5 moles. Now 5 into 6 will be how much? 5 multiplied with 6 for oxygen. Yes, that will be 5 6 are 30. And then oxygen's mass is 32. So finally, if you do 30 multiplied with 32, how much is the answer, guys? How much is the answer? I think your answer should be 960. Am I right? Your answer should be 960 grams. That is the correct answer. These options are wrong. This is the correct answer. Am I right, everybody? 960. Is this what you got? Okay. All right. Moving on to the next question, which is an organic question. Here we go.
Yeah, once again, as I have always told you, the question is find out the number of optical isomers. All kind of isomerism, structural and stereo, are very important, will surely be asked in your JEE exam. So let us look at this compound. I think the central compound was a benzene ring, and right next to them were your cyclohexane ring, right? Now what kind of compounds, what kind of carbon show optical isomerism? The number first condition is to find out the number of chiral carbons, isn't it? How many chiral carbons are there? What is the condition of determining chiral carbon? That the carbon must be, first of all, sp3 hybridized, and all the 4 atoms attached should be different. Those are the 2 conditions. And the third is there should be no symmetry present in the compound. So all these 3 conditions must be satisfied. And if we look for these conditions now, let us look at this compound once again. There is one chiral carbon, this one. The other chiral carbon is this one, right? Only 2 chiral carbons are present in this compound. Hence, the answer should be 2 to the power n. N here determines the number of chiral carbons, which is 2 to the power 2. So the correct answer should be 4, right? So all these options are once again incorrect. The correct answer is actually 4, right? Was this the question, right? Chalo. Yes, once again, the question is consider the following statement. Statement number 1, IUPAC name of the first compound. This is the first compound is 4-chloro-1,3-dinitrobenzene. Is this the correct name of this compound? Is this the correct name of this compound? Is this the correct name of this compound? No, this is not, because how we will count the number of carbons, bacha? We will start the counting from this carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Why are we doing the counting like this? Because this is how we get what would be the name now? The name would be, at the first position there is a chloro, right? First position there is a chloro, then at the second position and at the fourth position there are nitro positions, right? Now add the number here. If I add all these numbers, the total I would get would be a number 7, right? But if you add all these numbers, you will get a number is equals to 8, right? So we look for that counting where the sum is actually the least sum. So this is how we correctly number. So therefore the first statement is actually a false statement, isn't it? Now let us look at statement number 2. IUPAC name of second is 2-methyl-aniline. Is this the correct statement? Yes, this is definitely the correct statement. The name is 2-methyl-aniline, true. Okay? If you did this answer, then you're absolutely correct, right? If you mark this as correct. Next question, ma'am.
Okay. All right, guys, I do not think this was the question. Was this the exact question? I don't think this was the exact question. I think that you were given a lot of compounds there, right? You were given some compounds and you were asked which one of them have even number of electrons in T2G and EG. Am I right, guys? Was that the question that you got? Yes. Was that the question that you got? If that was the question that you got, then I am guessing, everybody, that I'm guessing that you had complexes such as FeH2O6 2+. Yes, if FeH2O6 2+, Fe is 26. 26 means 3d6 4s2. This is the neutral ligand, no charge. That means Fe will be in +2. If Fe is in +6, sorry, Fe is in +2, that means it will be 3d6. If it is 3d6, then how do you write it, guys? It will be T2G4 Eg2, correct? Yes. Okay. Similarly, you had another compound which was FeH2O6. Here it was 3+. If it is 3+, then it will be 3d5. If it is 3d5, guys, then it will be T2G5. Sorry, T2G3. T2G3 Eg2. Right? That means this is not the answer. This can be a compound. Guys, please tell me, what was this the question? Was this the question? This was sort of the question, isn't it? This was sort of the question, correct? Yes. Okay. Next you had a compound which was COH2O6. Yes, 2+. If it was COH2O6 2+, then tell me it will be 3d7. If it is 3d7, then T2G. T2G will have 5 and EG2. That means this is also not the compound. This also does not have even number. Similarly, you had COH2O6 3 plus. If it is 3 plus, then you will have 3D6. 3D6 will have T2G4 EG2. Durgesh Nandini ma'am is sitting in the corner and she's laughing. T2G4. So I guess this and this is your correct compound. If I'm not wrong. Yes? Was it this? I think it was this. They asked number of compounds at even number of electrons. Exactly. So I guess the answer should be 2, or I do not know. If there were more compounds, then it could be more than that. So I had only 4 of these compounds that I got from the student, and I calculated that these 2 are the answers. Okay? All right, these 2 are the answers. As far as I know, it can be more than that also. Chalo, moving on. Find among the spin-only magnetic moment nearest integer of metal. M is the metal and it is forming an oxide which is MO4, 2-. Now, M being the atom having least atomic radii among scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese and zinc. Now, if you guys remember, there was a curve, there was a graph that we had in the DNF block. Apart from the graph, everybody, not just the graph, there was a full chart. In that full chart, as per the full chart, chromium has 129 picometer and that is the least atomic radii. So if we form CrO4 2-, this is chromate ion, oxidation state will be +6. That means that it will be 3D0. Yes, that means that the magnetic moment, spin only magnetic moment is going to be 0. That is your correct answer. Okay, this is your correct answer. All right, moving on to the next question. Okay, a solution contains 100 gram water and 10 gram of AB2. All right, let us calculate this. And here also, I guess, is something missing in this question. The boiling point of the solution was found to be, okay, 100.52. Okay, this must be degrees Celsius here. This must be degrees Celsius. The degree of dissociation we have to find out of AB2, right, guys? Now, take a look at it. If we want to find the molality, right? Molality will be basically 100 gram. Okay? 100 gram of AB2. 100 gram of AB2 in 1 kg H2O. Am I right, everybody? Yes. Now, AB, it's given. See, for molecular weight of AB2 is given to you 200. That means that if you calculate it, how much will you get? You should be getting 0.5. Right? Very good. Now, delta T is equal to delta T. See, the new solution was found to be 100.52. That means delta T must be 0.52. Yes, and we know that this is equal to IKBM. Correct? Yes. Now, from here, KB is given to you as 0.5. So, 0.5, 0.5 if you multiply. Yes, 0.5, 0.5 if you multiply, you will get I is equal to 2. Okay, I mean, you can calculate it because you are given all of these data. Now, if we have to calculate for AB2, how will AB2 dissociate? It will dissociate at A plus 2B, right? A plus 2B. That means that if we have here 1 minus alpha, here we have alpha, here we will have 2 alpha. And this should be equal to, yes, this should be equal to your I. Okay. So from here, what will we get? I'm writing it here, guys. 1 minus alpha plus 2 alpha. Yes, this will be equal to 2 because I is 2. We have just calculated. From here, alpha cancel. Yes, so it will go that side. And from here, if you calculate, alpha should be equal to 0.5. I think you were asked x multiplied with 10 to the power minus 1, wasn't it? Yes. X multiplied with 10 to the power minus 1. If that was the case, then it should be x multiplied with 10 to the power minus 1. You have to find the value of x. If that was the case, then answer should be actually 5 into 10 to the power minus 1. So x value will be 5. Okay. All right, guys. Moving on to the next question. Yes, this is the organic question. Okay. Chalo.
Yeah. So let us look at the question here is, which of the following compounds will not give Hinsberg test? Once again, what is asked? Name reaction, right? Again, name reaction test is asked. Very, very important. What all compounds give Hinsberg test, bacha? If your amines, this is a distinguishing test between primary, secondary and tertiary amine, isn't it? And only your primary and secondary amines give the Hinsberg test, right? The tertiary amines do not give this test, right? So what is the rule for this test? That the ammonia group, the amine group, should have the presence of at least one hydrogen. One hydrogen must be present for it to show the Hinsberg test, right? So let us look at all these options. Okay? Option number D will definitely give the Hinsberg test. This is okay. Even option number C also will definitely give the Hinsberg test. This is the secondary amine, primary amine will definitely give. But let us look at the option number A as well as option number B. If these were the options in your exam, then I can definitely tell you that this was a tricky question, right? So many people would have gotten it wrong. But if you use the narrow down technique, right, that these are already cancelled out, then you are only left between these two options. So now you can do the 50-50 method. So I think that the answer should be option number B. Why? Because can you see a amide group is present over here? What will amide do? Due to the presence of amide, this hydrogen on ammonia will not be that acidic, isn't it? Would not be that acidic. Hence, the answer seems to be option number B, but we will only confirm it after your actual paper comes to us so that we know what were the options given in your question, right? For now, this seems to be the most correct option, correct? So let us move on to the next question, right? Was this in your exam, bacha? Ma'am, in question, which of the following give Hinsberg and soluble in NaOH? So, but just soluble in NaOH is only your primary amine. So, that just makes it a very easy question. Once again, only your primary amines are soluble in NaOH, isn't it? So, this would be soluble. Then the answer is extremely pretty easy. So, the answer is C then, right? Only primary amines are soluble, correct? Chalo. We'll move on to the next question. So this is how the Hinsberg test is shown. As you can see that only primary amine is soluble, secondary amines are insoluble in KOH. Similarly, tertiary amines do not even show the reaction. Okay? Chalo. Next, ma'am, your question.
Yes, my question. Somebody is asking, Namaskar, you are asking from left to right atomic radius decreases, so I think Zn will be the answer. No, bro, no. But you listen, you are in 11th or 12th standard and you are appearing for IIT JEE, okay? If you are going with the trends, that general trends that you have read, that left to right in your periodic table, you know, it decreases. No, you know that specifically in the D block elements, there is an irregular trend of atomic radii. There are two factors that actually dictate the atomic radii, that is screening effect and Z effective charge. So as you move from left to right in the D block, the screening effect increases, and that is why zinc has an equivalent radius with manganese, whereas chromium has the least atomic radii, which is 129 picometer. If you still don't believe it, no worries about it. You can go back to your NCERT and check out the chart. You will find it. It is 129 picometer. I bet on it. Okay, that's the correct answer. Okay, and somebody has asked me that, ma'am, I have a chemical kinetics question. Yes, please do send it to us. Nabomita Bhattacharjee, that's the Telegram channel. You can send it to us. Next, here, the statement 1 is stability of +1 oxidation state increases as you go from gallium, indium, thallium. Absolutely, yes. Why does it increase? Why does the +1 effect increases? The +1 oxidation state increases. That is because everybody, that is because, yes, increases down the group due to inert pair effects. So yes, I think it was a question such as assertion and reasoning. Is the reason the correct answer or correct explanation of assertion? So yes, it should be right here because I have this option. I'm just clicking on it that both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. All right, everybody. Yes. No problem, Namaskar, but like I just told you that I bet on it, you can go ahead and check the book. Check NCERT. Don't believe us. Check NCERT. Okay? All right. Chalo, moving on to the next question, everybody. COCl3.xNH3 are reaction with excess AgNO3. Acha. So they are basically saying that COCl3.xNH3 reacts with AgNO3, right? What does it give you? It gives you 2 moles of AgCl on precipitate. Summation of oxidation state of cobalt here, and what do you need? The value of X. Acha. Since it gives you 2 AgCl, that means 2 Cl has to be outside. So that means that the compound is CONH3. NH3, 5 should be there. Looks like octahedral. Cl, 1 Cl will be inside coordination entity. This will be Cl2. Yes, that this is a neutral ligand. This is what? Cl minus 1. So X is equal to minus 1. Here this is minus 2. Here it will be plus 2. So plus 2 plus 1. It will be plus 3. Now, cobalt is in plus 3 oxidation state. How many number of X's there? 5. That means your answer should be 5 plus 3. Option A, that is 8. Am I right, everybody? Yes. Am I right, everybody? This should be the correct answer. Moving on to the next question, everyone. Yes, this is Durgesh ma'am's question.
Yeah. So this question is from biomolecules. Again, every shift is, we are seeing that one question at least from biomolecules is getting asked. So this is a direct reaction given in your NCERT. What you're doing, you're trying to react glucose with bromine water. What happens? What is the product with bromine water? You get this product, isn't it? You get only the aldehyde is oxidized into COH. Your primary alcohol does not get oxidized. Why? Because this is a mild oxidizing agent. So gluconic acid is the correct answer, which is your option number B. Again, a very easy, simple NCERT based question. Right, next question is for you, ma'am. Once again, work done.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I think in this question, again, I am missing out on some data, guys. Okay. I think I'm missing out on some data here. Please tell me, everybody. Please tell me, guys, what was the temperature that was given to you? In this question, I guess there was a temperature that was given to you and they have asked you to find only magnitude of work done. So magnitude of work done, we know that W is equal to P delta V. If it is P delta V, then from equation of ideal gas, we can also say that PV is equal to what? nRT ln of V2 divided by V1. N is given to you. N is given to you as 1 mole, right? So 1, don't have to write it. R value was, I think, given to you as, tell me if I'm correct, is it 0.08206? 18 degrees Celsius. Okay, 18 degrees Celsius you guys are saying. And R value is 0.08206. Okay, so 0.08206 multiplied with 18 plus, I think you were also given 0 degrees Celsius. There was some value, isn't it? 273.15 Kelvin. Yes. So 273.15 plus 18 degrees Celsius, if we do, we will get 291.15. Yes, multiplied with ln of 9 divided by 1. That means ln of 9. Now, ln of 9, if I calculate it from calculator, then I know the value. But I guess you guys were not given ln, and that means that this becomes a very calculative problem. But however, I think that the correct answer should be around 52.49 something, which can be written as 52. Not very sure what is the correct answer, but still waiting for NTA's answer key basically here. Not very sure if it is 52 is the correct answer or is it 53 the correct answer. Okay, we will have to wait. Here we have written something completely different. Anyway, and I don't think that it was in joule. Rather, you had to find it in LATM. Correct? This was the unit. Isn't it? Isn't it? Okay. Anyway. Okay. Moving on. Yes. Here we have question 17.
17 again from which chapter? Amines chapter. Can you see how many moles of A will be formed? That was the question, right? How many? I think how many moles of nitrogen was the question. What was the question? How many grams of nitrogen or how many moles of nitrogen? What was the actual question? I guess how many grams of nitrogen would be formed. Was that the question? Right? Ma'am, maybe you're wrong. Okay. ठीक है. So here look at this molecule. Aniline is given to you. When I react aniline with your N2 plus and Cl minus ion, which is your diazonium salt, what product do I get? I get a azo dye, isn't it? What kind of azo dye will I get? This kind. Here is the aniline, which will be at the para position, and here I will get the N double bond N, which is famously known as the azo dyes, right? This kind of product you will get, isn't it? What kind of dye this is? This is a yellow azo dye, right? Yellow azo dye would be the product. So this is the final product getting formed. And here, if it was asked how many grams of nitrogen, I will change it. How many grams of nitrogen would be formed? So can you see how many nitrogens are in the final compound? 1 nitrogen, 2 nitrogen, and 3 nitrogens. 3 nitrogens means what? 3 nitrogens means what? 1 nitrogen, what is the atomic mass? It is 14. So 14 into 3, 14 into 3, which becomes 42 grams, right? So 42 grams of nitrogen would be in the final product, right? Yellow dye, very, very good. Okay, next question, we're going to look at number of unpaired electrons.
I do not think this question had come. I really do not think this question has come. But number of unpaired electron in CO, again, right? It's NH2O. It cannot be NH2O, right? This should not be there. So I think it was COH2O6 3 plus. Okay, what is cobalt's atomic number, everybody? Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, right? 27. So if it is 27, that means we know that it is 3D7, 4S2. This is a what? Neutral ligand, no charge. So that means that cobalt has to be in +3. If cobalt is in +3, that means it will be 2 gone from here, 1 gone from here, 3D6. If it is 3D6, that means once again it will be T2G4, EG2. So like I said, I do not think this question had come separately, but this was probably part of that, you know, FeH2O6 and CO that we done. So I guess it was that. However, I don't know. One of the students had told us, so we added it, but it doesn't look like this question had come, right? Okay, so some of the students, you were asking that, ma'am, which shift are we doing? We're doing shift 1 now. After that, Namrata ma'am will come. She will do shift 2, mathematics. Shreya sir will come, physics shift 2, and then we will come back again with chemistry shift 2, okay? I think this is the last question that I have from inorganic and physical, everybody. So match the following. We had to tell the color of these compounds. Now, FeSCN2 plus. Yes, Fe will usually try to show you a blood red color. CN5, this will show you purple color. Fe4, FeCN6, Prussian blue. You know what? This particular dye is used in toys. It's non-toxic. Yes. And this has to be yellow. So if it is A2B4C3D1, that means option B is your correct answer. This is what you got. Yes, +4. Amazing. Amazing. Yes, yes, yes. Done, guys. Chalo, moving on. This is question number 20. Here we go.
Yeah, this is the last question we have from your shift 1. Look at this question. Number of pi bonds in product B, right? The molecule given over here is this benzene ring and an alkyl chain is attached to it. What does it mean? And you are trying to react it with KMnO4 in alkaline condition. KMnO4 is a very, very good oxidizing agent. Once again, this reagent, this kind of compound with this reagent is being asked. I think this is the 3rd or 4th shift where a similar reaction is asked. See, the kind of reactions, the kind of reagents are repeating as we have told you in the analysis video, right? So once again, you're causing the oxidation. In oxidation, what happens? No matter how many carbons are attached to it, right? We just convert it into acid. The next step, this will be the compound number A. In the compound number B, what you have to do? You have to react it with concentrated HNO3 and H2SO4. So the electrophile that we're going to get is the NO2 plus electrophile. Now look at this compound over here. COH is what kind of molecule? Meta directing. Therefore, this NO2 plus will react at the meta position. So this would be your product B, right? At the meta position would be your product B. Now you have to count the number of pi bonds in the product B. How many pi bonds are there? 3 pi bonds in the benzene ring plus 1 pi bond in the COOH molecule plus 1 pi bond in the NO2 molecule. So the number of pi bonds will be equal to 5. Was that the answer? How many of you gave this answer? Number 5. Yes. So 5 is the answer. Correct.
All right, we're going to call Shreyas sir now. Okay, we're going to call Shreyas sir now. He is going to come. Somebody asked me for the previous question, where can I find the colors? Okay, I don't think you can find all the colors of the compounds. Yes, some of it, I might take another session for that later on. But in the coordination compounds, there is a chart. Go through that. Guys, anybody who has a shift tomorrow, please don't forget to go through the coordination compounds chart, D and F block chart. Very important. They are asking about atomic radiuses. They are asking you about color. So go through each and every chart and graph that is there. Let's call Shreyas sir. Where is Shreyas sir? Where is Shreyas sir? Wait a second. Let me call Shreyas sir. Yes. All right, Shreyas sir is here.
Okay.
Passing on the mic for physics.
I didn't say.
What chart? All the pink color charts that you see in NCERT, those charts, the table chart, the table. Okay, sorry for the wrong usage of the words. Please forgive me. You guys are... Yes, it is the tables that you have. Okay, the tables that you have. P. Pranav, please go through the tables in the NCERT first, then we will tell you. Okay? Okay, do we have it now, sir?
Yes.
Keep.
Confusing question. A, B, C, D.
This is our this thing. Everyday JEE.
Yeah.
How was your shift 2? How was your shift 2, everybody? Very good, Arjun. Arjun is asking, how was your shift 2? How was your shift 2, guys? When will you take shift 2? Abhi? After sir is done, then Namrata ma'am will come. Then we will come for chemistry. Here we go.
Shift 2 is remaining?
Yeah, we haven't done it. No worries. Go.
Okay.
Shift 2, we have less questions.
Okay. Fine. Okay. ठीक है. Thank you.
All right, guys. See you.
Ready, guys, for the shift number 2? Yeah, in one stream or in the one session only we are doing both the discussions because there will be very few students for tomorrow, right? So there we are. Moving on now to the first question coming up on your screen, a sort of a decent question which came up in the second shift of your today's JEE Mains paper. So over here, the interesting thing to note is that the net field is along the x direction. Find the ratio of the charge is asked. Charge 1, charge 2 is given. One is positive, one is negative. This is 2, 4 and 3 centimeters. The positive charge at point P along this line will give an electric field over here. It will have two components. Consider the y component only as of now. Okay, forget the x component. Let's say I call this as theta. Similarly, the negative charge will give an attractive field in this direction, an attractive field in this particular direction. Okay, you can call this as, let's say, theta prime or something, and it will have two components. Consider only the y component. Now, why am I considering the y component is because the y components will get cancelled because the net resultant field is in this direction. That is why the y components must cancel. Everybody agrees with this? So can I say electric field in the y direction for this guy should be balanced by electric field in the y direction for this guy? Now, how much will that distance be and how much will that component be? Like, for example, this EY, if I call this as E prime, it will be nothing but E prime into cos theta prime, and this guy will be E into, this is not cos, this will be sine, so it will be E sine theta. E cos theta is horizontal, E sine theta is vertical. Here E cos theta will be vertical, E sine theta will be horizontal. They will cancel because the net field is in x direction. That's it. You can find theta prime very easily. Like, for example, if you take this particular triangle, my dear warriors, this is theta, right? So if you take that triangle, this will be theta, this will be 4, this will be 2. So this will be nothing but root of 2 square plus 4 square, which is root of which is root of 20, which is nothing but 2 root 5. 2 root 5. So you can get basically sine theta from here. Sine theta is opposite by adjacent. Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So it is nothing but 4 divided by 2 root 5. Similarly, for theta prime over here, look at this triangle, 3, 4, 5 triangle. So theta prime is nothing but theta prime. We can find it out very easily because it's going to be just a 3, 4, 5 triangle. It's a Pythagorean triplet standard. So cos theta will be adjacent by hypotenuse, which is nothing but 4 by 5. So we got cos theta prime also. Now what is E and E prime? E and E prime is the magnitude of electric field due to Q1 and Q2. That's it. So for example, E prime will be KQ by R square. K is K, Q is Q2 divided by distance. Distance is basically 5, so 5 square. Similarly, over here, this electric field will be K into Q1 divided by this distance. This distance is 2 root 5. So 2 root 5 whole square. Solving this, you will get the answer. Solving this, you will get the answer. Everyone with me understood how to solve this? This was the only, I felt, lengthy question in this particular shift. Yeah. So solving this, you will get 8 root 5 by 25, I guess. Right? Shall we go ahead? Yep. Moving on to the next question. A disk of mass m, radius r is rotating through an axis passing through the center perpendicular to the plane with angular speed omega. If another disk of mass m by 2 and radius r is placed gently over it, what will be their common angular velocity? So a disk of mass m, radius r is rotating with angular velocity omega. So the moment of inertia will be m r square by 2 and this will be omega. Finally, on that disk, you have placed another disk of mass m by 2 and radius is r. The radius is r only. So another disk of the same radius is placed. So they will have a new angular velocity. So m and m by 2 is there. So the moment of inertia will be m plus m by 2 into r square by 2. That is the new moment of inertia into the new angular velocity, which I call omega 1. The angular momentum will be conserved. I omega is equal to I omega. I1 omega 1 is I2 omega 2. That's all. So from this, very clearly you can see mr square by 2 is getting cancelled. So omega is remaining here. From this, m plus m by 2 is 3 by 2 m. So m anyways has got cancelled. Omega 1. So omega 1 is 2/3 of omega. Omega 1 is 2/3 of omega. Is that right? Okay. Moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. Find the dimension of epsilon naught E square. Guys, this is a standard formula of energy density is half epsilon naught E square. So this guy has the same dimension as energy density, which is energy per unit volume. Energy is m1 L2 T to the power minus 2. Volume is nothing L but L cube. So L square and L cube cancels. L raised to minus 1 should be there. So I believe it should be nothing but option C. It should be nothing but option C. Yes, that is the correct answer. Is that right? Everybody? Like I said, the shift tomorrow will be much easier for all of you because you have solved many models of the questions, repetitive questions. It won't be difficult, but it will be easy to moderate. Okay, easy to moderate in physics. And chemistry, again, it is easy only. This question, the mass is left, slips down and compresses the spring. How much does it compress by? There is only one thing in this, that is energy conservation. Here it has potential energy mgh and the surface CD, surface C to D is rough, that's all. So mgh goes in doing work against the friction. So frictional force into the displacement and also the spring potential energy, which is half k x square. That's it. Mass is given, G is given, H is given, F is given, K is given. You can find X by solving this quadratic equation. Mass is nothing but how much it is? 5 kg. G is basically 10. Height, well, this is 10. How much will this be? How much will this be? Think about it. So tan 30. Tan 30 is height divided by forget tan 30. We can do sine 30. Sine 30. Sine 30 will be opposite by hypotenuse. Will be h by 10. So h will be 10 into sine 30, which is half. So it is basically 5 meters. So the height over here is just 5 meters. So h will be 5 is equal to frictional force will be mu mg, right? Mu mg, mu is basically 0.5, mass is basically 5, g is basically 10, x I don't know, plus half into k value, it is 100. So 100 multiplied by x square. It's a quadratic equation. It's a quadratic equation. You will get two solutions. One will be positive, one will be negative. One will be positive, one will be negative. You choose the positive one, ignore the negative one. Okay? Choose the positive one, ignore the negative one. Is that right? Everybody give me a thumbs up. Clear? Understood? Oh, can we go ahead? Waiting for your thumbs up, guys. Where is the Josh? Where is the energy? Everybody is like, sir, JEE Mains done. Josh is down. We are chatting amongst ourselves. Is that so? Come on, I want to see some Josh. Ready, guys, for the next question? Ready? Everyone? Cool? Awesome. Awesome. Chalo. Let's move on to the next one. On your screen, here it is. The answer was 2, by the way, for that. Work done on diatomic in isobaric is 100. Heat supplied in the process will be how much? So to find the heat supplied, I'll do one thing. Why not write a ratio of heat by work? That will help me with the problem, because I know it will somehow come in terms of gamma only. So work done in case of first law can be written down as Q minus delta U. Q is N Cp delta T. Q is again N Cp delta T. Delta U is nothing but N Cv delta T. N delta T will cancel. Divide this Cp with Cv. Divide this Cp with Cv. Divide this Cv also with Cv. So you'll have gamma upon gamma minus 1, right? And gamma is 1.4 upon 1.4 minus 1. Heat I don't know. Work is basically 100. So heat will be 14 by 0.4. So that is 4 into basically 100. So 14 by 4 is 7. And this is 50. 7 5 is 35. So 350. 350. 14 by 2 is 7. 4 by 2 is 2. 2 and 100 cancels, becomes 50. 50 into 7 becomes 350. 350 is option B. So very easily I have solved the question by just taking the ratio. Otherwise, it would have been little bit difficult. Is that right? Shall we move ahead to the next one? Electron and proton have same de Broglie wavelength. Then what do you think is the correct answer? So de Broglie wavelength is h by root of 2 times mass times kinetic energy. Lambda is same, h is same, 2 is same. So root of mk is basically the same for both of them. That means mass into k is same. So mass of electron into kinetic energy of electron is mass of proton into kinetic energy of proton. Mass of proton is more, hence kinetic energy of proton will be less. As simple as that to keep the product same. Is that right? So check this out if this is correct. Yes, kinetic energy of the proton is same. Cool, guys. How many of you were able to solve these questions? How many of you are from today's shifts? How many of you are from today's shifts? How many of you are going to write the exam tomorrow? Quickly let me know in the chat box. Yeah. So what about this question, guys? This was also a very straightforward question. So let me tell you, when maximum height is equal to the range, when maximum height is equal to the range, what will you do? Height formula is nothing but u square sine square theta divided by 2g, and range formula is 2u square sine theta cos theta divided by g. U square sine theta basically cancels. So sine theta is equal to 4 cos theta. So tan theta is equal to 4. So theta is tan inverse of 4. Very straightforward, equating height formula to the basic range formula. Wow, most of you are from today also and tomorrow. Anybody from yesterday, day before, or previous shifts, seeing what was there in these shifts? Anybody from the previous older shifts? Find the ratio of the velocities of satellite orbiting a planet in orbits having radius r and 4r respectively. So my dear warriors, in this particular question, velocity is nothing but root of gm by r, inversely proportional to root r. So v1 by v2 will be R2 by R1. R2 is 4R, R1 is R. So it will be root of 4 by 1, which is basically 2:1. So the answer is option B, I believe. Just check this out. Yes, it is B. Yeah. May I know how the level of questions varies from shift to shift? Roshni, let me tell you, the level of questions have been pretty much consistent. Only in certain shifts, few questions in physics were good level. Few questions. But otherwise, see, it's not like all questions were difficult. No, all the questions are at easy level. Sometimes very few shifts had decent average questions. Very few shifts, 1 or 2 shifts had very nice questions, 2 or 3, or lengthy questions, I would say. Otherwise, it was same. If the drops condense, find the new terminal speed. Guys, terminal speed, if you remember, is directly proportional to square of the radius. Now, if 8 drops combine to form a big drop, what will happen to the radius? So 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is a volume, into 8 is 4 by 3 pi capital R cube. So 8 is basically 2 cube, and R cube is basically R cube only. So the new radius is double of the original radius. New radius is double of the original radius. So squaring R means you are doubling the R and squaring it. That is as good as multiplying it 4 times. So the terminal speed will be 4 times the original one. It is 40. This is a previously repeated question. This has come before. If you have been attending my classes, you would have seen this somewhere or the other, that we had done this kind of question before. Okay, so answer is 40. What about this? Solenoid inside and outside. Question is find the, ratio of the magnetic field. Guys, this is very, very straightforward. This is a solenoid. Not solenoid. This is a solid cylinder. So magnetic field at inside point will be mu naught into current divided by 2 times the radius, which is a square, into radius square into the distance from the center, which is a by 2. Whereas magnetic field outside is given by mu naught I divided by 2 times of distance, and the distance itself is 2a. If you notice, both these terms are equal, hence the ratio should be 1:1. Remember, the magnetic field for a solid cylinder varies linearly and then goes inversely. So the formula inside and outside are completely different. Inside it is proportional to R, outside it is inversely proportional to R. So be careful about that. Okay, shall we go ahead to the next one? 1:1. Next one. The YDAC setup is shown at a point P, basically 10th maxima is formed. If now you replace it with a single slit and the first diffraction is observed at the same point, what is basically the omega? Okay, simple guys. So the point for your 10th maxima is the point for also your minima in the diffraction. So 10th maxima means 10 times lambda capital D by small d is equal to, for minima, remember, a sine theta is equal to 1 into d. Sine theta is tan theta, which is y by d. So y happens to be capital D. Sorry, this was not d, this was lambda. So d lambda by a. So this is nothing but d times lambda divided by a. Here a is nothing but the slit width, which is w. So which is w. D lambda gets cancelled. You will get w is equal to small d by 10. Right? So that's about it. So 1 divided by 10, that is basically your 0.1 millimeters. Very, very straightforward. Very, very straightforward question, right? Moving on to the next one. Wave equation is given the frequency of the wave. Guys, I mean, really, this was the question. Just let me know. What is the frequency of the wave? Check this out. This pi into 330 is omega, and omega is 2 pi f. So basically pi gets cancelled. So frequency is 330 divided by 2. So 165, just check this out. 165. Yes, 165 hertz. Very straightforward. Very, very straightforward. Is that right, everyone? 130 plus, you can expect anywhere between 95 to 98 percentile, I guess. 94 also possible. Anywhere between 94 to 98 percentile, Roshni. Okay, moving on to the next one. Two particles projected from different heights, different speeds. Horizontal range is this for second. How much is it? Guys, remember the horizontal range is given by the speed into the time, which is root of 2h/g. So for a speed of v/2 and the height of 4h, so this is v/2 and the height of basically 4h, what happens? This 4 and 2 will cancel. Won't the range be the same? Won't the range be the same? So hence, what should be the answer? What should be the answer? Think about it. Yes, shouldn't it be again 100 meters only? That is the answer. No, it is not 300, it is just 100 meters. Okay, height has been made 4 times, root of 4 is 2 and velocity is made half, so they will cancel out and it will come out to be the same. Similar question repeated, find the frequency of the wave. Just check if the same question was repeated 2 times. So 2 pi into 100 is omega and that is 2 pi into f. So f is basically 100. So option B is correct if this question came. Option B is correct if this particular question came. Yes, perfect, perfect. Moving on. Yeah, I think this was the last question which I had. Remember guys, for any of the entrance examinations, if you are preparing right now, just giving JEE Mains mock tests are not enough and not useful also. In fact, you should be preparing with the subject or the chapter or basically the exam specific mock tests accordingly. So because the level, the pattern, everything, the timings, the strategies will be different. So make sure you are giving these mock test series which are just available for 499 rupees for MHT, CET, BITSAT, VIT, EEE, WB, JEE and even KCET. Okay, now it's time for chemistry or mathematics. So get ready for it. Okay, that was the physics paper discussion.
Hello guys, we're back again. Now escape. Let's do it faster. This.
Yeah. So now we're going to solve this session 2 chemistry questions, right? Session 2 again seemed to be on an easier end. Session 1, what?
Shraddha is asking, is there any chances of repetition of questions?
Yes.
This time, for the first time, we have seen that there are repeated questions.
There are, like in every shift, 1 or 2 questions are repeated from the previous shifts, right? Especially some of the reagents are repeated. We already talked about that when we did the analysis yesterday, right? We talked about what are the most repetitive reagents, what are the most repetitive topics, especially from chemistry as well as from physics, right? Hi, bachcha, hi. Chalo. Do you have any questions? How was your session 2 exam? Tell me, how was your chemistry paper? Are there any students who took the session 2 today? Okay.
Now it's opening up. I created account on her name. Bro, that's not done. That's somehow identity theft. You shouldn't be doing that.
Okay, should I check previous April attempt questions? My shift is 9. Yes, bacha, yes, you should definitely go through all the questions, right? Because so many questions are repeated, so many name reactions, reagents, especially I can talk about chemistry because I've been solving that night and day right now. So for example, KMNO4 reagent is repeated, so many name reactions are repeated. So please go through each and every question because there are so much chances that at least 2 to 3 questions or 2 to 3 concepts would be repeated entirely in your shift, right? Chalo.
Yes. And Shraddha, I think you should definitely solve all the previous shift question of this exam because a lot of topics, a lot of questions are being repeating, especially, you know, something related to P block group 13. They are repeating the same atomic trend, atomic radii trend. So all of these questions we have told you just now, the most repeated topics as well. So you can take a look at those. Okay. Now, let us start with shift 2 questions, everyone. And the first question, oh my God, what an easy peasy biryani tasty question, isn't this? The question is molecular orbital sigma star. Guys, if you remember in the molecular orbital theory, we spoke about something related to, constructive interference and destructive interference. When there is destructive interference, there is anti-bonding molecular orbital theory. And in case of anti-bonding molecular theory, what do you have? You have psi A minus psi B. Yes, when they add, what happens? When they add up, they form the bonding molecular orbital. When they don't get add up, what happens is basically when they go through destructive interference, that's when subtraction happens. So it will be psi A minus psi B. That will be for sigma star. The moment you see sigma star, that means it is an anti-bonding molecular orbital. Yes. Okay. Now moving on to the next question. Consider the given reaction. Cr2O7 2 minus goes to Cr2CrO4 2 minus. We just spoke about this in the last shift. Here also this is +6 oxidation state. Here also +6 oxidation state. And this happens only in basic medium. Yes, when does this happen? These two are, they are interchangeable, and that happens only in basic medium, everybody. So option B, basic medium, is your correct answer. Okay, moving on. If de Broglie wavelength of electron is equal to de Broglie wavelength of proton, then what is the relation between their kinetic energy? Guys, we know that when the mass is more, then the kinetic energy is going to be lesser, isn't it? And if the mass is lesser, that means if the particle is of, the particle is lighter, that means that the kinetic energy is going to be more. So just from this common sense, we can say that kinetic energy of electron is going to be greater than kinetic energy of proton. But yes, you can also derive it from the fact that you know H by mv. Then you can write it as it is equal to H by root over 2 mke. And if you have written H by mv, then mv, how do you see mv in kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, right? So you can also derive it from there. However, even if you don't want to derive it, you should just be able to say that electrons are lighter and proton is 1836 times heavier than electron. So it has to have lesser kinetic energy than electron. All right, moving on to the next question. Yes, which is organic. Here you go, Durgesh ma'am.
Yeah. So let us look at the question number 4. This is once again a repetitive question. This was asked in today's shift 1 as well. Let us look at this question. Statement 1, benzene sulfonyl chloride reacts with primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Is this a true statement? What reaction are we talking about here? We're talking about the name reaction called Hinsberg test, right? And Hinsberg, which is a distinguishing test between primary, secondary and tertiary amines. We are talking about the Hinsberg test, right? So this is the distinguishing test, and only primary and secondary amines react with the Hinsberg reagent. Tertiary amines do not. So this is a very, very false statement. Statement number 2, all products of the reaction above are soluble in NaOH. No, only primary amines product are soluble in NaOH. So this is once again a false statement. Okay, both statements are false. Option number D, so many students have answered. Very, very good. Statement 1, statement 2, both are false. Very, very good. Give yourself +4 for this question. Let us move on to the question number 5th, which is consider the following compound. What is the IUPAC nomenclature? You have to tell. So here the compound has gone haywire. So I guess one CH3 was here, right? And the other CH3 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I guess was here. Okay, one CH3, yeah.
The Google slide.
Yeah, I think, yeah, from the Google slide, can you tell me?
There is one at second position.
Okay, 1 second, let me draw it. CH3, CH2 here.
CH3.
Yeah, I will just remove this second over 2 over here. Yeah.
Then it is CH2.
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 CH3.
CH3.
Then again CH3. CH2, CH3.
CH2, CH3. Okay, so this kind of compound was given to you, right? Now you have to tell the IUPAC name. Again, very, very easy. From where we will start the numbering? We will start the numbering from where it is getting the lowest number. So we would start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this is the parent chain consists of 8 carbons. At the second, 5th and 6th, there are 3 methyl groups present. So 2,5,6 trimethyl octane must be the answer. So the correct answer is option number A, isn't it? Correct answer, very, very good. Whoever is answering A, extremely right. Now let us look at this question once again. There are some corrections to be made. I think this was, N was present over here, a nitrogen was here with lone pair of electrons. Similarly, this was not this molecule. The molecule given to you was a pyridine structure like this, right? One second, let me draw it clearly. Not like this. Yes. So the structure given here was a pyridine molecule like this, right? These 3 molecules were given to you, isn't it? Now you have to answer which of the following are the aromatic compounds. So which are the aromatic? Does this seem to be an aromatic compound? No. Why? Because look at this carbon and this carbon. Both of these carbons are sp3 hybridized, and for aromaticity we need sp2 carbons. Similarly, option number 2 and option number 3. Once again, look at these compounds. Here, these electrons will participate in the resonance, right? Will participate in the resonance like this. Hence, this becomes a 6-pi electron system, which is definitely an aromatic system. Similarly, look at this pyridine over here. In this pyridine, this is once again 1, 2, 3 pi bonds, which will be participating in resonance. Once again, a 6-pi electron system, right? Once again, this is aromatic compound. So only second and third are aromatic, right? Who? Plus 4, B. Very, very good. Very, very good. Okay. Next question is yours. Yeah.
Yes. All right, everybody. Now this question was calculate the total number of molecules that will possess fractional bond order among the following molecules. Again, bachos, in this question also what we needed was just literally common sense, everyone. If you know how many electrons are there for each and every species, and if you know that how many of them have odd number, how many of them have even number, now you have learnt a very basic arithmetic property long back, that was odd number plus odd number will give you an even number plus even number will give you an even number. So if you check it out here, oxygen anyway has an even number, so even number plus even number, that is 2 here, that will be an even number. If you take away 2 electron, it still has to be even number. So even number divided by 2 is going to be not a fractional bond, right? It will not have a fractional bond order. Look at this, nitrogen does have odd number plus odd number will be even number. 2 electrons if you take away, it will still be even number, right? But check it out here, you have O2, but you have taken only 1 electron away. So this definitely will have a fractional bond order. Now, if you look at all the other ones, nitrogen and oxygen, guys, once again, nitrogen is odd number, oxygen is even number. So yes, this won't be CO plus, yes. O2 minus 1 electron, yes. Then what do we have? NO2 plus, yes. Okay. CN minus, yes. NO2, one second guys, NO2 minus and N minus, right? No, N2 minus, yes. Cn minus, no, sorry, Cn minus is wrong because nitrogen has odd number, but if we are adding 1 electron, then it won't be odd number. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the correct answer. Is that right, everybody? 7 is the correct answer. Yes. All right. Okay. Moving on, I don't think I have some of the questions written here, but here I have one question which said that urea molality is 4.4 m, right? 4.4 molar urea they had, am I right? 4.4 molar urea they were given, and that means that there are 4.4 moles of urea in 1 kg of H2O, correct? Yes. If that is the correct answer, if that statement is correct, that means 1 kg can be written as 1000 gram as well. Absolutely. Yes. So N urea, we know from the given question is 4.4. We will also have to calculate N of H2O. Yes, N of H2O is basically 1000 divided by 180. If you calculate it, how much will you be getting? You will be getting around 55.5 or something like that. Yes, now we have to calculate here N total. N total will be 4.4, so it will be 59.9 here. Yes, now how do we calculate mole fraction? Chi. Yes, mole fraction chi of urea is basically N of urea divided by total. That means it will be 4.4 divided by 59.9. Now guys, I haven't calculated this. This I think you can calculate and let me know what is the answer. But this should ideally be 4 sevens are. 4 sevens are how much? 4 fives are 20, 4 sixes are 24, 4 sevens are 28. 28, 59. I think it should be 0.07, 0.09, something like that. It should be 0.07 or 9. Not very sure because I have not calculated, guys. I do not have a calculator. You can calculate it and tell me the answer. Apart from that, I think I have one last question. That was if wave number is 5000 angstrom, right? There was a question if wave number is how 55.5. 100 divided by 18. Calculate this, no? How much will it be? 2 nines are 18 here. 2 fives are 10. 0 here. Then if you calculate it, I don't know. Calculate this, guys. I haven't calculated. Calculate this. But this is how you have to do it. Okay? Okay. Now, last question was that you had to calculate. What did you have to calculate? Wavelength, but wave number was given, isn't it? So for that, nu bar is equal to, we know that it is 1 lambda. Now, nu bar was given to you as 5000 angstrom. So that divided by 1 lambda, that means lambda goes this side. Lambda is equal to 1 divided by 5000. If you do, how much is the answer should you be getting? How much is the answer? 1 divided by 5000. It should be around 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Again, maybe, but this is the formula that we will be using. Apart from this, any other question that you can remember? Maybe there was another one related to coordination compound and it was NiCl4 and what was it? CONH363 plus. Was there a question? 5800 angstrom. Okay. If it was 5800 angstrom, then all we have to do is this and then calculate it All right. Yes. Okay. And the last question that I have with me is, NiCl4. NiCl4. What is this thing? NiCl4 2 minus and you have CONH3 6 CONH3 6 plus 3. How many numbers of unpaired electron was it there? 180. Very good question, bacha. Very good question. Oh, NH2O. Yes. Okay. What did I say? The question was, tell me something. The question was, sorry, not 180. 18. It will be 18 here. Now calculate, you should get 55.5. Okay. And why 18? Water. Calculate the mass of water. Okay. Yes. Last question. So here you have to calculate the oxidation state. No. Number of unpaired electron. Was it there, guys? Number of unpaired electron. Was it there? Number of unpaired electron. Yes, Shraddha. 0.002 can be written as 10 to the power minus 3. Isn't it? Yes. Okay, so here check it out. We can calculate it. X plus 4 multiplied with minus 1 is equal to minus 2. That means X is equal to minus 2 plus 4. It will be plus 2. So nickel is in plus 2 oxidation state. Nickel is 28, 3d8, 4 is 2. That means here it is 3d8. If it is 3d8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 unpaired electron for this. And here NH3 is a neutral ligand, so This will be cobalt will be in +3 oxidation state. Cobalt in +3, that means 3d6. This will have 4 unpaired electron. Yes? Is this the correct answer? Was there option or was it a integer based question? I don't know. The student only gave us that this were the two compounds, number of unpaired electrons. So please tell me, was this the correct answer? Yes? Was it? Yes or no, guys? Shall I call Nandini ma'am? I think that's it. These are the only questions that I have. So from this question, this is all Durgesh Nandini ma'am's department.
Yeah, that's okay. Chalo, let us solve so much of organic questions now. So there might be some questions which we missed out in your session 1. So I've taken it right here. Okay. Some questions. So this is a mix from today's session 1 as well as session 2 questions. So let us look at this number first question. The molecules which will undergo SN2 reaction at the fastest rate. SN2 is what? Where the reaction happens from the back side, isn't it? So when the reaction is happening from the back side, we need that your reagent, that your reactant should be least sterically hindered. One that shows least minimum steric hindrance. Where do you think the minimum steric hindrance would be shown? Can you see this bromine is attached at the primary carbon on the C compound, right? Here bromine is attached at the tertiary carbon. Here the bromine is once again attached at the tertiary carbon. Similarly, here bromine is once again attached at the tertiary carbon. So the final correct answer is option number C, because in SN2 we need those reactants which show the least steric hindrance, right? So the correct option is C. Very good, very good. +4 for everybody who did that. Extremely easy basics of organic chemistry question. Let us look at question number 9. Total number of secondary carbon atoms present in the given compound is very easy. Once again, you have to identify how many secondary carbon atoms are there. Let us look at what kind of carbon atom is this. This is a primary carbon atom attached to only one carbon. Similarly, this one is connected to 1, 2, 3. This is a tertiary carbon, right? Similarly, what kind of carbon this is? This is the primary carbon. What kind of carbon this is? Attached to only 2 carbons. This one is a secondary carbon. Similarly, this one is attached to 3 tertiary carbon, primary carbon, once again a primary carbon. So how many secondary carbons are there? Just 1. So the correct option is A. If all of you, how many of you did it correctly? The correct option is A, isn't it? The correct option is A. Let us move on to the next question. Which of the following statements regarding D-glucose is incorrect? Once again, this was asked in session 2, but this is a repeated question from your today's session 1, right? Similar question was asked in session 1. So but at D-glucose, if you see, it does not give Schiff's test. Is this an incorrect statement? No, this is a correct statement, right? And it has asymmetrical carbon atoms, also correct, written in your NCERT. You can check in your NCERT, same line is given. Next is it forms a dicarboxylic acid on reaction with bromine water. No, this is the incorrect statement, because with bromine water, it forms this kind of compound, COOH. Here is the CH2OH whole 4, and here is the CH2OH product. So it forms just monocarboxylic acid with bromine water. Why? Because bromine water is a mild oxidizing agent. Remember this thing, right? So this is the incorrect statement. C option. If you marked C as your answer, you're absolutely correct, right? Option number 11. 11th is product A and B respectively are. Again, this reagent is very, very frequently asked in almost all the shifts in your April batch, right? Let us look at this compound. A cyclohexane is given to you and you are reacting it with acid and heat. And I told you, whenever an alcohol is reacted with acid as well as heat is given, what will you do? You will do elimination reaction, which means you will make an alkene. What alkene? The 𝒎𝒏𝒄 product, the most stable alkene will be formed. So the product number A would be the 𝒎𝒏𝒄 alkene, which will look like this. Here will be the CH3 molecule and here will be the double bond, right? So the product A is this. Now let us look at, this is the product B. In product B, what you're doing, you're reacting it with CH3COCl in presence of pyridine. So what will happen? Substitution reaction would happen. In presence of pyridine, bacha, what would happen? Here is your compound. Once again, in presence of pyridine, this can go away and here would be your CH3, here would be your OH and here your COCH3 molecule would be attached, right? So this is the final answer. This is the final answer, right? A and B products. Are moving on to the next question. Which of the following molecules is aromatic? Once again, very easy question. In aromaticity, what you have to tell? If it is following the Huckel rule, if all the carbons are sp2 hybridized, whether the compound is planar, and number 4th, that whether all the bonds are conjugated, isn't it? Now let us see, is this compound aromatic? No, this is not aromatic because this carbon and this carbon over here are sp3 hybridized. Now let us look at this carbon, this atom. Once again, not aromatic, right? Because again, we have sp3 carbons over here. Now look at this molecule. This is a very famous example asked every year. This might seem like a aromatic compound. Why? Because it is cyclic. All the atoms are sp2 hybridized. How many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pi bonds, which means 5 into 2, which is equal to, this is a 10 pi electron system, which means this should be aromatic compound because it is following Huckel's rule, but it is not aromatic because the hydrogen here and the hydrogen here cause steric hindrance, due to which this structure is a non-planar structure. Hence, this is not aromatic. While this D compound, what would be the Huckel rule? It is following the Huckel rule. Yes, count the number of bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pi electrons, which means this is a 14 pi electron system following the Huckel rule. Planar, sp2, conjugated, every rule is followed. Definitely aromatic compound. So the option is D. Yes. Let's move on to the next question. Decreasing order of acidic nature. Very important, once again asked every year. Acidic nature is what? Something which gives away H plus, right? After I take away H plus from each compound, the negative ion that is formed should be very, very stable, isn't it? The negative ion that would be formed should remain very stable. That will determine the acidic nature, right? Now here these plus I groups are added. Here once again 1 plus I group is added. Here 3 plus I groups are added. Plus I means what? These are increasing the electron density, but we do not want that. We want to stabilize this negative charge. Hence A is the most acidic compound, followed by your C compound, followed by your B compound, and followed by your D compound. Final answer ACBD, right? ACBD. This is the final answer. Next question here. The Kjeldahl method fails for pyridine. Is this a true statement? Yes, this is a very, very true statement. This method is used for the estimation of nitrogen. Remember, this might repeat in your tomorrow's shift, right? Because this is the first time this method is asked. Definitely going to repeat in either the morning or the evening shift. So this is used for the estimation of nitrogen, but it does not estimate nitrogen if nitro groups are present, number 1. Number 2, if nitrogen is present in cyclic ring, if in the cycle, for example, in pyridine, what is the structure? This is the structure of pyridine. Here nitrogen is present in the ring. Here this Kjeldahl test fails. Whatever is the pronunciation of it, I'm very bad at it. Maybe the pronunciation is Kjeldahl test. In the Kjeldahl test, this fails. And the number 3rd thing is it also fails in the azo dyes. in the azo dyes or your diazonium salt also, this test fails, right? So first statement is true. Let us look at the statement number 2. Jindal method pyridine is easily converted to N2. No, once again, this is a false statement, right? Because in pyridine, it cannot react with the Jindal method. We are unable to estimate the nitrogen. Next, carbon atoms in tyrosine. Once again, tyrosine, I told you that the common names are very, very important. You have to calculate the number of carbon atoms in this compound. This is a structure of tyrosine. Remember this structure. It might be repeated in tomorrow's exam, right? You can count the number of carbon atoms. It is not that difficult. I'm moving on to the next question. Next is nitrobenzene. Nitrobenzene, first reagent, tin and HCl. What happens? After the first reagent, it gets converted into the aniline compound, isn't it? After the aniline compound, you are doing NaNO2 and HCl, which means you're converting into a diazonium salt. So what will happen? This is once again gets converted into N2 plus and Cl minus. Similarly, you're reacting it with water. With water, what would happen? This would get converted into OH, which means the final product would be a phenol ring, right? If you made the phenol ring as a final product, then you're absolutely correct. Correct, Akshaya. Very, very good. Very, very good. Next question here. Which of the following easily reacts with NaOH? What do you have to see for that? That after NaOH is once again what? A very good base. It gives out OH negative. What is the property of the base? That it abstracts the H plus ion. So the H plus ions would be abstracted from the OH, right? Property of the base is to take away H plus. Now the anion that is left has to be the most stable. So wherever the anion is more stable, that would be that would show the reaction much more easily. Now can you see the correct option is B, the phenol ion? Why? Because bacha, the phenoxide ion which looks like this, which gets formed after H plus leaves, this phenoxide ion is very, very stable due to this resonance. Can everybody see? Due to resonance, phenoxide ion is very stable. Hence, this will easily react with NaOH because the final product that we're getting is very stable. The answer is not D, bacha. The answer is the phenoxide ion. The answer B, Akshaya. Yes, very good, right? Now the question, next question is, what is the structure of carbocation? Again, very basic. Carbocation has 3 bonds plus a positive charge, which means this is sp2 hybridized. And we know sp2 hybridized things are trigonal planar in structure. So the correct answer is trigonal planar, B option, isn't it? Next question on your screen. Again, a very, very good question. Here you have to match the followings. How would you match them? The CAN test is shown by what? If you do not know what it shows, what it is shown by, from where it is, ma'am, then skip it. Now let's move on to the next. Bayer's test. Bayer's test is what? It is the test we do with KMNO4 and alkenes, which means this is used to detect the unsaturation, isn't it? Next is Schiff test. Again, a very important test for aldehydes, right? Again, is phthalene dye test. This was even asked in the January shift, right? Phthalene dye is very important, asked in January shift as well. And it is used for the test of phenols. Sorry, it is used for the test of phenols. Therefore, CAN test is used for the test of alcohol. So you can even determine, ma'am, what is CAN test? I cannot recall. Then this is how you determine the answer, because all the 3 others were very, very common to you guys. So again, I will consider this in the easy section of question, right? Next question here. Number of pi bonds present in the product formed by aldol condensation of benzaldehyde and acetone, right? Benzaldehyde looks like this. This is your benzaldehyde structure, C double bond OH, right? And your acetone. Acetone has this structure, CH3, C double bond O, CH3, right? Now here benzaldehyde has no alpha hydrogen. So what will happen if I react it with OH negative? One of the hydrogen from here will leave and the negative charge would be formed here. This negative charge then attack this carbon, isn't it? So the final answer would be CH2. Here is the C double bond O, CH3, right? And here it would be COH, right? CH, and here would be your benzene ring. Okay? And this would be a final product formed, right? And you have to count the number of pi bonds. So 3 plus 4. So 4 pi bonds is the final answer, right? Right, 4 pi bonds is the final answer. So here we have completed session 1 and session 2 chemistry. Now let us invite your favorite Namrata ma'am for maths. Let us solve some maths question for the session 2, right? Very good. The correct answer was 4. Yes, bacha. Let us call Namrata ma'am. All right, ready for mathematics speed solution. So here we go. The very first question, again, I would say overall paper was not that difficult, but not that easy as well. And today we've got a new type of problem which we have not seen before. It is for permutation and combination. So that is one highlight from today's and morning paper as well. So we are going to cover everything over here. Okay, let's start with the very first question. Okay, so the term independent of x in the expansion of this, again very like familiar type of question. Term independent of x they are asking. So first of all, let me write the general term 10CR root a x square raised to power 10 minus r and 1 upon 2 x raised to power minus 3 raised to power r. Okay, so clearly x raised to power 20 minus 2r minus 3r should be equals to x raised to power 0. Term independent of x. So clearly 2r 20 is equals to 5r. R is coming out as 4. The moment you put r is equals to 4, you're going to get 10C5, right? And you're going to get root a raised to power 10 minus 4 is what? 6. X I am not writing and 2 raised to power 4 which is equals to 105, and you are looking for this is a cube. So a cube you will get from here 105 2 raised to power 4 upon 10C5. Okay, and the moment you solve a cube, so a cube will be what? Okay, so they are looking for a cube value will be 8, right? I'm not going to solve, but the moment you start solving it, you're going to get 8 as the right value. Okay, question 1, easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Next, the next question is from matrices and determinants. So this is system of linear equation, and I have always told you that Cramer's law is something they ask very often. Again, an easy and predictable question. So wherein for infinite many solution, all the determinants should be equal to 0. So first of all, let me just write down the determinant 7, 9 mu. And this is 5, 1, 2. So make it equal to 0, you will get the value of mu. All right, now what next? So next you need to get the value of lambda. So del z is what you need to look for. For del z, first row will be 175. Second row will be 191. And the third row will be replaced by lambda minus 3 and minus 1. Okay, so the moment you solve it, you are going to get the value of lambda from here, mu from here, just the proper calculation, and you are going to get done. Okay, again, easy question from system of equations wherein all the determinants are 0. So we will first main delta. Let's equate main delta 0. And the smartest thing is to make del z 0. Because if you pick del x or del y equals to 0, in the single determinant, you will be having two unknowns, mu and lambda. And that would be difficult to solve. So it is better you pick delta z because only lambda is unknown and in delta only mu is unknown. I hope that this thing is clear that what to pick because all four determinants are 0. You need only two determinants to figure out the value of lambda and mu, right? And then next, okay, all right. So the question is from coordinate geometry, which says that the line segment joining the points 5, 2 and 2, a subtends an angle of pi by 4 at the origin. What they are looking for is sum of possible values of a. So the answer is 4. I'll show you how it is 4. So first of all, let us calculate slope of this. So this is 2 by 5. Slope of this is a by 2. So 2 upon 5 minus a upon 2 whole upon 1 plus product of these two will be a by 5. Modulus of which is tan 45 degree, that is 1. Tan 45 degree, that is 1. Now if you solve, you are going to get value of a, two values of f. A, you are going to get a1 and a2. The moment you product, so a1 multiply a2 is going to get, you're going to get minus 4 as the final answer, but you're looking for absolute value, so that's why the answer is 4. Okay. All right, yeah, yes, correct. Question number 3, doable. You can just solve it out. And now we are having a question from trigonometry wherein cos 36 degree and sine 18 degree is what we need to evaluate, right? So cos 36 degree, you all know is root 5 plus 1 by 4 and sine 18 degree is what? Root 5 minus 1 by 4. You plug in the value and then rationalize it, and finally you can just compare it with a root 5 minus b upon c. And the moment you start doing it, you are going to get the value of a, b and c individually, and finally you are going to get the value of a plus b plus c. Okay, you will do it. I will leave that for you for the calculations, right? You know the procedure, you know the values. Now this question is from determinants, wherein this determinant is given as 0. Okay, and you are looking for this value. Absolutely doable question, absolutely popular type of question. This type of question we have done in sessions as well, wherein so you just don't have to right away expand it, rather you apply some operations in this determinant, property of determinant. So what I'll be doing is R1 goes to R1 minus R2. So that will be alpha minus A, B minus beta and C minus C is 0. Okay. And next you are going to write R2 goes to R2. Okay. So we can just R3. We can just pick R3 goes to R3 minus R2. With the help of R2, I'm going to change. So this is going to be exactly same. Beta and C, and R3 goes to R3 minus R2. So A minus A is 0, this is B minus beta, and this is gamma minus C. This determinant is 0. So you can now expand it any which way. So let us expand it via row 1, alpha minus A, and you are going to get beta gamma minus C and minus C B minus beta. Okay, minus B minus b minus beta, and you are going to have this minus this. So A gamma minus C, and this is going to be equal to 0. Now what you need to do is in this, just divide the whole thing by these three values. So I'm going to divide each and every term, whole equation by 1 upon alpha minus A, beta minus B and gamma minus C. Let us do that. So these two, can you see these two are getting cancelled out, and from here only, so this is beta or B? Row 2 is absolutely same, yes. So this is, okay, beta. Is it beta? Row 2 is exactly, and okay, so this is going to be beta. Okay, these two are getting cancelled out upon beta minus B. correct? And from here, can you see alpha minus A, beta minus B is gone, beta, and with a negative sign, so plus it is having C upon gamma minus C, correct? And what about this? Again, beta minus B will be gone, so this is plus, and gamma minus C, so plus A upon gamma minus, okay, so alpha minus A. So this is sorted, and this is going to be equal to 0, right? So over here, beta is left, so minus B plus B is what we are looking for. So this is going to be 1. So minus 1 should be the answer, but the option is option C actually. So this is how we do it actually. Am I missing out on anything? This is beta, right? This is beta. Yes. So the value should be B upon, so this is 1. So minus 1 should be the correct answer, right? If we go by this method. Okay. So, okay, let me just, one more time, let me do it. One more time, let's do it. Okay. So again, one more time I will do it. Okay. No, this is the shortest method. So R1 goes to R1 minus R3. Let's do that. And R2 goes to R2 minus R3. Let's apply this operation. So alpha minus A, B minus B is 0, C minus gamma. I hope this is fine now. And A minus A is 0, beta minus B, and C minus gamma. And this is absolutely same. I guess it is better to expand it now. So alpha minus A is here, this minus this. So this is going to be beta minus B times gamma minus B, C minus gamma. Plus C minus gamma is here, and you're looking for 0 minus this, so with a negative A, beta minus B. And now this is 0. Now what we will do is we'll divide it by same thing. So can you see alpha minus B, A, beta minus B is gone, so gamma upon gamma minus C. From here again, this is cancelled, and gamma minus C is also there, so plus B upon, yeah, so this is gamma upon gamma minus C, correct. B upon beta minus B, yes, absolutely right. Plus over here, can you see beta minus B is cancelled out, gamma minus C is also cancelled out, so A upon gamma minus, so this is going to be A upon, yes, alpha minus A. And this is equals to 0. Now, minus C and plus C. Again, we are going to get a plus 1. So, minus 1 is the correct answer. I guess minus 1 is the correct answer of this question. Not 0, but minus 1. Yes. So, incorrectly marked minus 1 is the correct answer. Okay. So, we were doing right. I was just cross-checking because I thought 0 is marked and I am getting minus 1. But second time also I am getting minus 1. So, we are sure. Okay. All right, so we are doing absolutely fine now. Okay, this is from statistics. Mean is given of these observations. Can you see? Mean of these observations are, so 2A plus B plus C plus 25. How many observation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Upon 5 is equals to 18. So that means one equation in A, B and C. Now mean deviation about mean they are saying, so that means A minus 18 plus 25 minus 18 plus A minus so A minus 18 again plus B minus 18 plus C minus 18 whole upon again 5 is equals to 4. Please apply mean deviation में mod. So we are looking for the positive deviation. Okay, all right. And variance of 5 observations. So variance may you apply that sigma square. So that will be 136 by 5. What does that mean? That means that, okay, so A minus 18 whole square. So you're going to form one more equation in A, B and C. So 3 equations and 3 unknowns will be there. You can easily calculate A, B and C value. Okay. And we are looking for A. So B and C can be ignored. Just find the value of A. So equation solving is the game, only formula and equation solving. So I'm leaving this up to you. All right, next question is from differential equation, and this is from reducible to linear differential equation. I will show you how. So what I'm going to do is, okay, can you see cos y over here? So it looks like it is a linear differential equation, but only that this q should not be in terms of y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the whole equation by cos. So I'm going to get dy by dx. Sec upon cos is what? Sec square. And this is plus 2x tan y is equals to x cube. So tan y is coming out as t. Tan y was t. If I put tan y is equals to c, can you see sec square y dy by dx will be dt by dx. So this is your dt by dx. Plus, can you see 2xt is equals to x cube. This is your linear differential equation. Now you can figure out integrating factor, which will be equals to what? So integrating factor will be e raised to power 2x dx, right? Which will be e raised to power x square. So t multiply e raised to power x square will be equals to integral of q. What is q? X cube e raised to power x square dx plus c. Right? Yes. Okay. Now e raised to power x square. If I take x square is equals to t, what will happen? 2x dx will become dt, right? So t times e raised to power x square is equals to, now x square is t. So x square is t. What about x? X dx will be dt by 2. And this is e raised to power t. So you can apply just by parts over here. Calculate the value of c. And once you are done, just plug in back the t. So what you are looking for is, so from here you will get the constant. And from here you will get the y of root 3. That means x equals to root 3 you are going to plug in. So that you are going to get option A. Alright. Yes. Now this is solvable. Correct. Question 7. Absolutely right. Correct. Okay. Alright. Now we are having this. Wherein, okay, so this question is actually area of triangle. By mistake, they have written area of triangle. So A be the area of region enclosed by y square is equals to 2x and the line x equals to 24. Okay. So this is your parabola, right? And this is x equals to 24 will look like this. The moment you put x equals to 24, what do you get? Y square is equals to 48. So this is 24. X equals to 24. This is minus 24, comma, something, something. Okay. So, yes. What about this length? This particular length. Okay. So, we are looking for area of triangle inscribed in the region A. So, this is the triangle they are looking for, first of all. Okay. For that, you know this length is 24. And what about this length? Half into base into height. So, half into 24. Can I calculate height of this? For that, I will need y. So, root 48. So, this is twice root 48 will be the height. Okay, correct. Now, if you solve it, what do you get? So, 12 2s are 24. What is root 48? So, if I take 4 common. So, inside the square root, I'm gonna get 4, 12. Again, so 24 into 2, 48. One more 2 common. Can you see 96 root 3? So option C is absolutely right. Okay. So A be the area enclosed by parabola and the line maximum area of the triangle inscribed in region A. Right. So maximum area would be where your point will be lying over here on the origin. Okay. All right. Now, okay. This is a question mathematics. From the letters of the word mathematics, we need to form, okay, 5 letter word basically. 5 letter word is what we need to figure out. So can you see 2M are there? What about A? How many A? 2A is also there. Okay. What about T? 2 T's are also here. What about H? So 1 H is there. What about E? 1 E, 1 I, 1 C and 1 S. Okay. 5 letter word. So 5 letter word mein case number 1. What we can do over here is we can just take all 5 distinct. So all 5 distinct, how many distinct letters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that will be 8C5 and 5 factorial, right? Second case, in which 2 alike are there and rest 3 will be different. So for 2 alike, I have these 3 options. Out of these 3 options, I will select 1 so that the 2 alike is selected. Suppose 2M I have selected. Now I will be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters, and 7 different letters will be 7C3. Now I'll be having 3 plus 2, 5 factorial, but out of which 2 are alike, right? This is your case number 2. Case number 3 will be 2 alike, 2 others alike, and plus 1 different. Now 2 alike, that means I need 2 pairs of alike. So out of these 3 I need 2. So 3C2 if I do, na, 3C2, that means I have selected 4 letters in which 2 are alike, 2 are others alike, and once 2 pairs are gone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out of 6 I need 1 different, 6C1, and what about the arrangement? So 5 factorial by 2 factorial, 2 factorial, that's it. Yes, this is your third case. What about the fourth case? So can I have 3 alike? No. Can I have, so that's it. I get only 3 cases will be formed. This is your answer. I am not able to think about case number 4. What would be case number 4? Tell me. All 4, no, 4 can't be the case because we have only 2. I guess this is only 3 cases. Just add all these things. You are going to get option B, 1, 3, 5, 6, 0. Right? Sum of all possible values. Now this question is from complex numbers. Sum of all possible value of theta for which this is purely imaginary. So first of all, let's rationalize it. 1 plus iota cos theta, and then 1 plus iota 2 iota cos theta, 1 plus 2 iota cos theta, and 1 minus 2 iota cos theta. 1 multiply 1 is 1, plus 2 cos theta. This is the real part. What about the imaginary part? Plus iota times cos theta, and okay, so iota times cos theta, 2 iota cos theta. So this is going to be, so for real part I have to multiply 1 and 1. Iota is minus 2 cos square theta. Yes, this is your real part. For imaginary part, can you see iota into this cos theta, iota into plus 2 cos theta? Yes, this is your imaginary part upon product of these two. That is going to be 1 minus 4, so plus 4 cos square theta. And now they are saying is this is purely imaginary. If this is purely imaginary, that means real part should be equal to 0. So 1 minus 2 cos square theta should be equals to 0. Cos square theta is equals to half means what? Cos square theta is equals to half means what? Okay, let me just plot the graph of cos square theta. So it will look like this. Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Now pi by 2 to, so this is pi by 2. And this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2. And this is again 2 pi. So I have to go till 2 pi over. Okay, so pi to 2 pi. So pi is here, 2 pi is here. So here I'll be having 2 solutions. So this is your 3 pi by 2. So 3 pi by 2, okay, 3 pi by 2 minus 45 degree and 3 pi by 2 plus 45 degree, right? 3 pi by 2 minus 45, 3 pi by 2 plus 45. So I'm gonna get minus 45 plus 45 will be gone. 3 pi by 2 plus 3 pi by 2 would be what? 3 pi by 2. So 3 pi is the final answer of this particular, because 3 pi by 2 minus 45, that is pi by 4, and 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 4. If you add, these two are getting cancelled out. 3 pi is the final answer. Yes, 3 pi, 3 pi, 3 pi in the chat box. Correct? All right. Now you must be looking for various exams apart from JEE, which are VIT EEE, BITSAT, MHT, CET, right? KCET, so many exams are there. So what you can do is one by one you can pick the exam, or if you want to take all the exams, that is also there, right? But we are having limited offer, very less amount. Can you see 499? So this, so you can just right away buy, and link is given in the description box. This test series are absolutely good, and these exams are actually those exams wherein you require more mock test, because now syllabus is almost same. JEE preparation is already done. So BITSAT, VIT-EEE, MHCET, KCET, WB, JEE, all these exams, the syllabus matches exactly with JEE. You just want to focus on mock test, so that what kind of question, what kind of pattern you are going to get, what kind of questions and pattern you are going to get, especially for the examination, target examination, right? Okay, now we are having next question, the number of distinct real roots of this particular equation. For this, I have to plot critical points -3, -2, -1, right? If my x is greater than or equals to -1, everything will be positive. All three modulus will get open with a positive sign. If it is less than -1, that means this is going to open with negative, next is positive, and next is also positive. If it is less than -2, that means this will be minus, this will be still plus, and this will be minus, and you need to solve this equation. And what about this? All three will get open with a negative sign. You need to solve the equations, and if you get any x which is lying in this region, please understand, suppose if you're getting x equals to 5 from this, yes, you will accept, because you're standing in that region where x equals to 5 is acceptable. But if you get x equals to 5 from here, you're going to reject it, because you're looking for the value of x only in range -2 to 1. Please understand. Okay, all right. So this is how you do it. Okay, now again, another question wherein area of the region in the first quadrant circle. So first of all, let me just plot this out. A circle is there whose center is at origin. Parabola, which is rightward facing. Okay. And now what they are saying is area of the region in the first quadrant, but outside the parabola. So basically they are looking for this particular area. So first of all, we need to figure out this point. For that, y square can be replaced by 2x. So clearly x equals to 2, right? The moment I put 2, it is going to get satisfied. So this is x equals to 2 and this is 0. So I need to integrate 0 to 2. Upper curve is the circle, which is nothing but square root 8 minus x square dx, plus lower curve is something which is this, and that is going to be root 2 root x. Upper curve, sorry, minus lower curve. Again 0 to 2 dx. Right? You need to integrate it, put the upper and lower limit, and you are going to get option A as the final answer. Okay? All right? Yes. And now the next question, which is quite predictable question. Shortest distance between these two lines you need to figure out, and hence you need to figure out the value of lambda. Okay? So shortest distance between these two lines is, I guess, 13 lambda by 21. Right? So lambda tabhi to we will figure out. Something related to lambda was given, I guess. Okay? And then we are looking for lambda. So again, you know how to solve it. So 1, 4, 3 is the point. 2, 4, 7 is the point. So first row will be having 2 minus 1, 1, then 0, then 4. Second row will be having 2, 3, 4. Third row will be having 4, 6, 8. And yahan pe, in the denominator, you have to figure out IJK 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, 8. These two are parallel lines. Oh, these two are parallel lines. Okay, can you see 4, 6, 8? These two are parallel lines. Right? Now, distance between two parallel lines, that is what you are looking for. Right? Distance between parallel lines. How do you do that? So for that, what you need to do is, you just need to make this 1, 0, 4. So first of all, this is your A1. This is your A2. And you've got only one direction. Both the directions are same. So what you will do is, what is the formula? A2 minus A1 cross you are having B vector. So you have to figure out this A2 minus A1, which is 104. You have to take cross with 2, 3, 4. That's it. And you need to divide with this magnitude. This is going to be your shortest distance. This is the formula, right? This is the incorrect thing. I just couldn't see in the one go that, okay, these two are parallel lines. So this is not related to skew lines, right? So parallel lines is having some different formula. You can clearly see that parallel lines, distance between parallel lines is what you need to calculate. X minus lambda by 2. Okay, so over here you are saying x minus lambda by 2. Anyway, this is the formula, you can solve it out. And now this was the question I was talking about. From permutation and combination, different kind of question was there. So can you see 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. So 2, 5, 8. Clearly this is an AP of common difference 3. Right? What they are looking for is sum of elements of 10th row. So can you see first row? First row will, how to solve it? So first of all, first row will have 1 element. Second row will have 2 elements, right? Ninth row will have 9 elements, okay? So till ninth row, how many elements will be there? 1 plus 2 plus 3 and all the way up to 9. So 9 into 10 by 2, that is 45 elements will be there. So 45 terms of the given AP will be there. And now in the 10th row, I will be getting T46 and T56. T46 and T56, okay, plus 10, right? So 55, yes, T55. These are the 10 things, 10 elements will be there in 10th row. What is T46? Who is going to tell me? So A is 2 plus 46, so 45, D, what is D? 3. So this is 2 plus 5 3s are 15, 3 4s are 12, 13, so 137. 137 will be the first term, right? And we are looking for how many, sum of how many terms? 10 terms. So 137, 2 into 137 plus n minus 1, how many terms? So 9, and D is 3, and we are going to have n by 2, that is 10 by 2. So if you solve it, 1505 is what you are going to get. Okay, 1505. All right. And this question is from probability, from base theorem. We have a question. Bag X contains 5 1 rupees and 4 we are having 5 rupees coin. Okay. Bag Y contains 4 and 5. Bag Z contains 3 and 6. Okay. Yes. So that's the configuration X, Y, Z. What we are looking for is probability that from bag, it is from bag Y, and it is given that okay, 1 5 rupee, sorry, and 6 5 rupee coin. Now 1 5 rupee coin. 1 5 rupee coin is selected at random, right? So 1 5 rupee coin is selected at random. So in the this is a problem from base theorem, wherein in the denominator I'll be writing that 5 rupee coin I am getting from bag X. Okay, so that is what, 4 by 9, but selection of bag X is 1 by 3 probability, plus 1 by 3 we are having 5 by 9, plus 1 by 3 we are having 6 upon 9. And bag Y, so only this, so this is X, Y, Z. And in the numerator I'm going to write this, so 1 by 3 into 5 by 9. So can you see 9 3 9 3 9 3 9 3 is gone, 5 upon, can you see 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 4 is 15, so 5 by 15. Very easy question of base theorem, I would say. So easy question from base theorem. 1 by 3 is the final answer. 5 by 15 is what? 1 by 3, right? Okay, so this was the last question of the day, and for tomorrow you are having 9th April people, either it is shift 1 or it is shift 2. I would say don't stress too much. It is already 10:20. Now you shut everything and you just have to relax, and you have to train your brain that I just want to give it maximum. I want to gain maximum out of the question paper. How do I do that? By avoiding silly mistakes, by just not getting overexcited once I know the solution in the very last step. And I'll be just focusing on selecting easier questions. And 6 to 7 questions are coming extremely easy in mathematics. I am talking about the 6 to 7 bare minimum. And there are some more questions that you will be finding easy in the second pass. Okay. So all the very best. You will do absolutely fine. You will do absolutely good in your JEE Main examination. Please believe in yourself and focus. Keep your focus. Okay. This is me, Namrata, signing off. I'll see you all super soon.